The Wild Wild West.
Yes, dude. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. I'm sitting up straight because I just went to the chiropractor.
Really?
Yeah, all my
That's
back
nice.
problems come from the fact that I sit like slumped and then it pinches out my upper back.
Really?
Yeah, I got to fucking... Remember the Brugger method? I
what?
slid from the Brugger method. You keep your... I think that's what it's called. You keep your lower back just fucking like sucked in like that and it keeps the spine straight. Because if you hunch, you end up paying for it up here. When you hunch the lower back, you pay for it in the upper back. Would you even imagine that?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like
I
a
would have
dumbass.
never even thought that.
I feel like a dumbass. I went to the chiropractor 2 years later. The guy told me the same exact thing. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I can't work my fucking back. I'm a dumbass.
Sure.
I can't work the simple machinery known as a back without causing myself immense pain in the upper thoracic area. Shane, what the hell's up, dude?
Nothing,
What the hell's
man.
up, man?
Nothing.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Me
I
too.
feel like a young fighter.
Do you really?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a prime.
Are you an
young
SR right
fighter.
now? You're an SR.
Essentially, yes. Although I've been popping them off, dude. I've been dropping S's.
The cup of Hermes is how full is the cup of Hermes right now?
2 days.
That's basically
It's
halfway
pretty good.
full. 4
Yeah.
days, you have a full cup.
I have one more day until my woman returns. I'll probably retain the seed for her.
Really?
Yes.
You're gonna hit her with a 3-dayer.
I'm gonna hit her with a solid 3-day.
You're gonna give her the party weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You're gonna do all 4th of July weekend?
I'm gonna give her the 4th of July seed.
You're gonna give her the fireworks?
Yes, the true
God
fireworks.
damn.
Now it's time for the real fireworks.
That's gonna be nice.
A real launch across my girlfriend.
That's gonna be nice when you finally ejaculate.
It's gonna feel
It's
great.
so much better when
It's
you do
been
it with
so
another
long since
person.
I've laid with a woman.
Yeah, man. When you do it with another person, it's a whole different thing. Even if you're just masturbating and she's sucking your nipples because you begged. Because you begged.
Does that happen sometimes?
Yeah, dude.
You said, "Can you
That's
suck
like
my
half
nipples?"
my sex life is me masturbating and be like, "Can you just please suck my nipples?"
That's pretty fucking
It's
good, though.
very nice, dude.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's a
that'd be-
serious hack. Because
I can imagine.
Any girl can wiggle out of a blowjob, but if you like, can you just suck my nipples? They're like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Damn,
And dude, it's the real deal.
it's got to be a little disappointing for her though, to
I
be
mean-
like, "Damn, my husband's like a fucking freak." But like not in a good, not like he really fucks me hard or any of that. It's like, no, he's like a weird, he squirms, I suck his nipples.
Dude, do you ever get your nipple sucked while you're jerking off?
Not while jerking
It's
off.
basically getting laid. It is getting laid. It's getting laid.
For sure it is. I'm not discounting. Yes, you are correct.
Sensationally, it's
That's a
getting
fucking
laid.
wild sex act. That's like more sinful than most sex acts. That's for real. That's bad, dude.
No,
Stop.
it's not.
That's bad.
Dude,
That's
sweet
gay.
release.
That's bad.
No way, dude. It's a sweet release. That's
Believe
getting
it. And
creative.
I'm thinking about it, and I would like it. You
Dude,
don't think? You don't think I want that? You don't think I want to be doing that stuff?
I like seeing them. I like feeling her get creative on it too, because they switch it up on you.
Oh,
You'll start feeling it. They heard, dude. I'm telling you, they're like a 7th grader on the clitoris. They're like, what do I even do
What
to
do
a
we
guy's
do?
nipples? They have no clue.
give it a shot, lady.
And they start getting creative. I swear to God, she
They
was doing
take
the
one of those
alphabet.
fucking like 6-inch hairs.
She was trying to pull one of those out of me.
There's some of those things are.
Dude, I got 4 chest hairs, and she's against all of them.
You need to let them stay, dude. My
This-
chest hair is coming in nice.
Really?
It's coming. Well, I mean, it's still like a patch of pubes. It looks terrible,
Still.
but it's good.
Do you have like a focal point?
right here? Yeah,
Lucky.
right in between.
I just have random nipple hairs, dude. Still.
I need permission from Louis J. I don't think I'm gonna get it, so fuck it. I'm just gonna tell you the story last night.
You gonna beg for forgiveness later?
Yeah, if he doesn't, whatever. We don't have to. It's nothing bad. I'm sure they've talked about it publicly before.
sure.
I've never heard this. We were sitting up on Ari's deck last night, and it was right after the fireworks. The firework display from Ari's roof is sick. It's as cool as it gets. And I was sitting up there while I was watching the fireworks. I was like, it was actually like I was deep in thought. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, America. And then Jay, who didn't climb up the ladder, started playing like Me So Horny on the music. And I realized I was gay for looking at the fireworks and being like, man, America.
You were having a peak
And
experience.
then, I was having a nice experience. Anyway, we get down, we're sitting down, we're all talking, having a good time. And then we notice, you can see the Freedom Tower. We're like, damn, I can't believe they tried to 9/11 us.
Bullshit.
Pieces of shit. And then
I know who you're talking about, by the way.
Jay dropped this bomb. He said, Luis Gomez, because we were all talking about people's experiences that were in the city during 9/11. Like Justin Silver was there. He was like, yeah, my girlfriend showed up covered in ash. I told her to get out of it. Some girl he was fucking showed up to like banged on his door. That's how he found out about 9/11. And he woke up and the girl he was with was covered in fucking dust from the towers.
Really?
Yeah.
And he was like, be gone?
I don't think. We were making fun of him saying he kicked her out.
Yeah, true.
I don't think he did kick her out.
You look like a coal miner. Get out.
Get out of here. Ew. You're covered in cancer. So then we get to Jay just goes, yeah, Louis J. Gomez rollerbladed out of the city on 9/11.
What?
This brought on about 2 straight hours of crying, laughing, dude. Louis J. Gomez was... then we called him to get the story. He was at a hotel. He lived, I think, at the Chelsea Hotel, which was a fucking dump in Midtown. And when 9/11 happened, he decided to rollerblade to Rockaway, New York.
So Puerto Rican goodbye.
It was a complete... Dude, it's the longest fucking trek. It's so long. He rollerbladed across the George Washington Bridge on 9/11. Rollerbladed. And he was fatter back then. He was a big guy back then. Lip ring, fat dude, rollerblading out of 9/11 from, dude, across the George Washington Bridge. We were like, how long is that fucking thing? I Googled it. They were like, at the time, it was billed as the longest bridge on Earth. I mean, everything is the funniest thing. He got across, and then that's nothing. Rockaway's 30 miles.
What?
It's literally like further than Levity Live from here.
That confirms my theory that Louis J is a Streets of Rage character.
Dude, imagine seeing 9/11 and be like, I gotta get out of here. Rollerblading.
Was he already strapped up?
I don't know. No, that was the debate because there was rumors that he was rollerblading while 9/11 happened, and he was just like, I'm out, and turned around. Turns out, no, he's strapped up. He saw the smoke and said, something ain't right. I got to get out of the city. Now it's time for a fucking 6-hour journey.
Dude, that's like 25,000 calories.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And then I was thinking, like, there had to be fire trucks coming in on the George Washington Bridge, that one of the last things some of those heroes saw was a fat Puerto Rican dude rollerblading out of the city.
I mean, there's got to be, when they do like code red, code orange, it must have been like, that's code orange.
That's a bad problem.
When the Ricans put on the blades, it's like, we're
when the Puerto Ricans are fucking rollerblading. And also one of the firefighters' thoughts one of the last thoughts one of those guys had to have was like, fucking lose, like, yeah. So that was about 2 hours of laughing last night.
It's very funny.
That was giggle time, dude.
How'd he get back? Did he put him around his neck?
I don't know. He went to his parent or somebody's house.
Really?
I think his house or somebody's sister's house somewhere.
Damn, his bug out bag's just rollerblades?
His bug out bag was rollerblades.
Jesus Christ.
And then, there's no phones. He had to rollerblade for 5 hours and then show up. We were laughing so hard at that fucking first glass of water he had from the sink. Just like, turn on the TV. What the fuck's going on? 5 hours later, they're like, yeah, another plane hit.
Oh my God.
They fell. Like, he might have seen it from the bridge, which would have been fucking crazy.
How nice is that? If he did go to his kin's house, you're like, oh my God, I wonder if he's okay. And you see him rollerblading over the horizon. You're like, thank God.
Yeah, you're like, damn.
Thank God.
Well, he had no reason. He was in like the Bronx.
He Pedro revered.
It's so crazy.
He Pedro revered, dude. He told him the enemy was coming.
Pedro Revere, yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good fact to know about him.
Yeah. And then they just told stories about him for hours, and he's the funniest. He is the funniest dude of all time.
Easily, dude.
He's the funniest dude of all time.
That's a peak experience, rollerblading away from 9/11.
Rollerblading out of 9/11 is...
As much as it sucked for all those people who died and lost loved ones, getting to rollerblade away from that was probably pretty sick for him. Having like a real, like, he had a Die Hard 4.
He had fucking, I don't know what he had. It was the worst idea I've ever heard.
He was Louis J. Willis, dude.
He said the rumble strips were rattling his bones. He was on the side of the highway the whole way.
That's scary.
He rollerbladed on the side of the highway the whole way.
That's scary.
Dude, you know how hard it is to get up to the George Washington Bridge? The ramps?
I can't imagine. I couldn't imagine it.
How steep the fucking ramps are. Like, and it's like a mile.
That's crazy.
Spiral uphill that he rollerbladed on. He probably.
That's free. Yeah, it's free.
On 9/11, dude, please.
Yeah, true. They probably raised the tolls.
They're going to say, guys, get in or out. We got something.
You imagine
we got
getting a ticket from that? Like, check the date and you're like, motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Hit you on 9/11/01.
Yeah. You got to save that. Justin said he had footage of it. He said
What?
he was filming from his roof. And he was like, I've never watched it since. I was like, make sure you save that.
Yeah,
That's like important.
it's priceless.
He's like, why is it important? Everybody. I was like, dude, just if your grandpa had footage of fucking Pearl Harbor, you'd be like, that's
yeah,
cool.
I want to know
Keep
to have it. Yeah. Does he still have it?
He says he does. I'm going to check in on him
Might have
today.
got it.
And say, you better not have been fucking lying to me on that roof
Yeah,
last
true.
night. If you were lying to me, I'm going to be pissed.
You didn't film shit, dude.
You didn't film anything.
That's good to know about
Anyway.
Louis J.
Yeah. So that
You
was big.
should do an annual Louis J. rollerblade-a-thon.
No one could do that.
True. Yeah, you'd have to
Last night I was like, I would pay him money. I would have to find out how much money it would cost for him to do it again and for me to film.
It's
and
actually
follow
really
him.
dangerous what he did.
I think everything was at standstill.
Oh,
Traffic
yeah,
also,
yeah.
but
That's good. Yeah, did you ever walk across like a live bridge?
no.
I did in New Orleans, dude. It's scary as fuck.
Yeah,
I got lost in New O, dude. And fucking,
You got lost. It
I
was
got
hard for
lost.
you to breathe, huh?
it was hard for me to breathe on. I went through where basically Juvenile around that area, but it was wiped out due to the floods.
Oh, I told you that fact. Wardy.
Yeah. Why
How
would
about that? Wody comes from somebody who lives in your ward in New Orleans.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
What ward did Juvenile live in?
He's not Magnolia Projects, is he?
What? What'd you say? You putting smut on? He's Magnolia, bro.
Oh, okay.
He's Magnolia till we both
So
die.
I got it correct.
Yeah, he's Magnolia.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's 9. Is that Ward 9?
Third
Third
ward.
ward.
Third ward.
I think I was in the 9th. I was in the 9th.
You were in the ninth
If I,
ward.
so if I saw the fucking
I think the
504
ninth ward, was
boys,
that the one who got fucking leveled by Katrina, the ninth ward?
yeah, that's what I had. I had to walk back to the 9th.
You had to walk through that
I
swamp.
had to get back to the 9th, dude, to my woadies.
What were your woadies up to?
There was nothing remaining. It was literally like a camp for migrant workers, which my brother found for us to stay at, which is fucking weird. And
What were you guys doing down there?
we went to New Orleans to party right
Oh.
after the flood.
Really?
Like it was like 2 years after.
Yeah, it still wasn't
It was
repaired.
still fucked up. They had the
Yeah.
X's on the houses from like how many people were inside. It was really, really sad. My brother was like, yo, I booked us a sick place. We can like camp and then like go right into town and have
Oh
fun.
my God. Camping in New Orleans sounds like...
It was crazy. It was a crazy, now that I think, I was like 24 and it was just, they had found a lot that had gotten flooded and these like Korean dudes leveled it and laid gravel.
Even staying in a nice hotel in New Orleans for like 3 days still sucks.
I bet.
Like when you're fucking hammered,
Yeah.
like drinking those fucking hurricane things,
Dude.
dirty city. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a cool place, but I can't
It's-
imagine getting shit faced and then staying in a fucking tent.
Dude, it was like 5 miles from the fucking where we're supposed to
my
be.
goodness.
And it was too cold for a tent, so we all slept in a van together. And like 4 dudes would sleep in a tent. And there was these Michigan guys who started, like they were migrant workers from Michigan who came down to like get in on all the like the rebuilding action. And they were also like smoking crack and stuff, but they had a nice fire going.
They're probably ready to rebuild.
They were.
Hit that crack. You're like,
They
all
were
right,
fucking
it's
pumped,
time.
dude. Dude, you hit the crack. They drive down and search for work, hit the crack, get out there. They're doing like power lines.
Katrina didn't stand a chance against those guys.
Nah, dude, not at all.
Guys
was
on
like-
crack from Michigan cleaning,
Couldn't stop them. And then us down there to party, dude.
and you guys down there to mess it up.
Have fun.
You guys thought that
We're stimulating the economy.
you thought Katrina was bad. Here comes a real hurricane. It's the
Yeah.
McCusker brothers.
Dude, it was
We're staying in a van.
in a van in the 9th ward. The only thing there, it was McDonald's, and then there was a Wishy-Washy across the street.
Oh no!
The guy, I didn't
You
patron
guys were
it.
hitting vans and fucking wishy-washies.
I didn't-
and McDonald's.
I didn't patronize it.
and then heading into Bourbon Street.
I wasn't that paid to
sounds
patronize
fucking-
it yet, dude.
I'm
But
not putting that on you.
that would have been the one guy did it. One of the guy in our party actually smoked crack and then went and fucking patronized the Wishy-Washy.
Hit crack with the Michiganders.
Nah, he actually hit crack in a bathroom and then claimed he thought it was weed. It was like, right, bro.
It's exactly where you would do crack.
New Orleans bathroom.
Yeah.
I was like, they don't smoke crack out of like ornate, sick glass, dude. You smoke crack out of a crack pipe. He's like, whatever,
Yeah, it
dude. I'm
wasn't-
going. Do you want to come to the Wishy-Washy or not? I was like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, he smoked crack and then went
Yeah,
to
you're
the
killing his
Wishy-Washy.
vibe, dude.
Well, the
You're
problem
killing
was,
his vibe.
the
He was on
problem
crack,
he
about
went
to get jerked off,
with
dude.
all the boys. He went with all the boys, and we were so close to the Wishy-Washy. We watched him walk over there, and then we clocked him when he came back. And I'm like, dude, you were there for 10 minutes. What's good? He was like, dude, she went reverse cowgirl, and I came instantly.
That's fucking nice.
Yeah, dude.
That's a really
They
nice.
were down there fighting for their lives, dude. They didn't see a single person. Then finally, the migrant workers showed up, and the one dude or one boy on crack,
Yeah.
he rolled up, and they're like, finally.
The wishy-washy people.
Imagine just getting leveled from a hurricane. You're like, where's the clientele? It's just some white guy on crack, and they're like,
jackpot.
hit him with the reverse cowgirl.
I'm gonna make this guy pop.
Bring out the dude. She had it all saved up.
This guy's about to pop.
He didn't stand a chance. But yeah, dude, hit the crack, get the reverse. That's a decent night. Smoke the crack in the bathroom, get the reverse cowgirl. Not bad at all.
I'll tell you what wasn't a great night for me.
What?
I did the Barstool case race.
Oh yeah.
I haven't hated myself more than the next morning in a very, very long time.
What was the fuss? I can jerky.
I did well. I mean, obviously, did exactly what we came to do, which was win.
Yeah.
Drank as fast as I could, as much as I could,
Yeah.
and then
How much did you win by?
chaos ensued. I think one.
Really?
Got down to the wire, and I said, "Roan, I got these last 3.
Sit back.
Got 3 done." Said we won. And I was like, "We won! Fuck you guys!"
You did it like that. You fucking chugged the last 3 when they thought they had a game.
Yeah, they thought. Yeah, they thought.
So they
shit
were
was
up by
sweet.
2.
They might have been tied or up 1. It
And
was
then you
nice.
went-
I haven't mustered the strength to rewatch it because of the shame and guilt. But here's what the real funny part is.
What?
So, got the face paint, fighting dudes, arguing, yelling, being a big mouth, being a big shot.
Was it one on like
Yapping.
4, or did you
No, it
have?
was me and Ron.
Nice.
Yapping, being arrogant, not
Sick.
good. Everything I hate, I was,
Really?
dude. I thought I was a good time guy. Turns out I was.
Well, you were in a competitive environment.
It was competitive, and it felt like they were, trying to gang up.
They're gunning for you, dude.
That's what happens.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I've moved on since, but that took 3 days.
Really?
That took 3 days of deleted social media in a tomb, bro. Sad. My baby's gone. My girlfriend's out of town.
True.
Just got off the tour.
Yeah.
There was a big dump. You know what I mean? A big,
You were Bob Seger.
Sad. I was sad.
You were
bro.
Seeger, dude.
What do you mean?
When here I am on the road again.
I was on the road again. Now I'm home, dude.
Do you know the verse from that
Sad.
song?
Which part?
It's like, I light a cigarette and wonder. I tried to start a playlist of introspective badass songs, and I got like 3. I don't know any other ones. Here I am.
I was introspective and badass. No,
Dude,
I was literally
There's 3
sitting here
songs.
like, am I going to change everything about my life? Oh, God, everyone's right. I do suck. That was the problem. Is the next morning, I thought it was fun. I was like, damn, that was a fun fucking time.
It was,
I love those guys.
I saw a
that
clip
was
of it.
great.
It's very aesthetically pleasing. Of
It was
seeing you
crazy.
sitting there in face paint and just blame.
Being like,
No.
can't believe this guy's trying to fuck.
It's also a very funny thing to judge. There's
Yeah.
15 people getting hammered, and to watch that and be like, that didn't exceed my expectations.
Yeah,
It's like, dude,
it took 3 days for us finally to be like, actually, it's cornier to sit there and be like, fuck these guys. It's
course.
like, dude, we literally, those were astronauts. You witnessed dudes launching
yeah,
and you judged them, dude. Those were the men in the arena.
yeah,
We all agreed, let's get shit-faced for 3 hours on camera.
yeah.
What else is funnier than that?
a
Turns
high
out
wire.
a lot of people don't like it and they're mad about it.
Is that a whole show in and of itself, or is that like a specialty?
That's
thing?
what that show is called. Yak.
Is that a thing he does all the time? Because that's
This is the second time they've done the case race.
yeah, that's
The
not a very
first one
sustainable.
was like
operation.
2.5 hours. And It was a
Yeah.
lot more fun. This time they brought in me.
You're a D1 athlete, dude.
I'm a D1 athlete, dude.
They can take you off the
Did
gridiron,
you notice
bro.
the bucket hat? This
They
is
can take you off
this
the
is a
gridiron.
D1 I mean, they
They
can't.
can't take the gridiron
Will
out of you,
Compton
bro.
was there. He's a 10-year NFL vet. So, there's 2.
He was on the other team.
There was 2 D1 athletes.
So you have 2 basically NFL stars. You had 2 NFL stars.
Basically 2. I mean, I did 3 weeks D1.
You should go to your Wikipedia and just say you played for like the Jaguars. Just say you did the camp for the Jaguars.
Well, now that's going to happen.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah,
Say
fuck
you're a
it.
pro football player.
But
Could you walk on?
in the NFL?
You'd have to bag groceries first and then get in shape from
I
bagging
could,
groceries.
But then
you
I
can
need
walk.
to pray a lot.
True.
I need to pray.
Dude, you're fucking like 10 decades of the rosary away from walking on. If you started bagging groceries and saying Hail Marys, dude, you could definitely walk on.
If they were like run 1 sprint, they'd be like, you're cut. If they saw me try to
You
run.
need a break.
Yeah, I would need a couple breaks.
You need a pit crew.
They
That would suck, dude.
so here's the part people don't know.
True.
The next morning, obviously devastatingly hungover. Like this is after a month on the fucking road.
Ugh.
This is after Burt tour and doing Rogan.
What time was the case race, though?
6 p.m. is when we started around 6:30.
What'd you do after it?
Just lingered.
Okay.
Lingered around the office, talking.
You didn't keep the party going?
I kept the party going a little.
Really?
Went out to the bar with Feidelberg. Got fucking. It was a nightmare, dude.
Oh my god.
It was a nightmare.
So you got
I
hammered.
was just drinking. No, I was drinking water at the bar.
That's sick.
Got to the bar and I was in face paint. Like, can I get water? The next morning, I had to go do a sit down interview 1-on-1 with Andrew Yang.
Oh no,
Bro,
I didn't put the pieces together.
This interview is going to be the craziest looking fucking thing on earth. I'm dark red. It's going to be crazy looking. I'm dark red, out of my mind hungover.
Oh.
Like so sad.
Oh,
Face to face, dude. We sat in chairs face to face in a hot room. It was hot.
of course.
It was a small hot room with lights face to face.
Oh,
And first thing we got to address, SNL. Why'd you say that about Asians? And bro, I'm sitting there like,
you should have been
I
watching.
mean, I didn't even mean it, you know.
You should have watched the clip. You should have watched the clip from Barstool Case Race, dude. I was just. What was the word? What was your two options?
What?
Josh giving guff.
I was giving guff. Yeah, I was giving guff. And
You got, like, dude, I already addressed this yesterday on the Case Race. I was
I was
giving
just
guff.
giving guff. And that, dude,
How'd you answer that? Were you
literally
like-
with, I think, still maybe like eyeliner in this interview. Dark red. My face is dark red.
You should have got heavily
Sweating.
made up.
I mean, it was.
You should have spray tanned, dude.
I basically did. There's like weird, like it was black around my eyes.
Did they give you makeup?
No, I'm for real dark red in this.
You should request
And, like-
just eyeliner whenever you do press. Go full goth. Like, what? I don't know.
I mean, and then we just talked politics, and I was like, "Yeah, Trump is bad, bro. I agree." It was Andrew Yang, by the way, is the man.
He rules.
He fucking rules. But with that interview, I've been waiting for a long time to talk to him,
Oh,
and I shit the bed, dude.
you got fucking hammered the day
I
before.
showed up in fucking face.
I didn't realize that was the day before that.
It was the day before that.
That's a booking nightmare.
That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. And then you want to talk anxiety, that fucking Uber home of just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Because I was wondering, I mean, the Case Race, yeah, I could see that, but that colliding those two worlds is tough. Case Race into the national spotlight.
Shifting gears. All right, now it's time for me to sit down with a former presidential candidate. Here we go.
Is he going again? He's going to probably go again.
I don't think he is.
Really?
I think he's working on his own political party now, the Forward Party.
Good.
Yeah,
When the hell's he launching it?
I don't know.
Tell him to hurry up and launch that thing,
We need
dude.
to
Our
launch
country's
that.
in fucking shambles.
Country stinks.
I hate reading that, like, the democracy's in a precarious situation. It's like, dude.
I don't know if I mean, democracy
Yeah,
is
with all these
bad.
people sharing their opinions you don't like, they're fucking ruining the democracy.
Yeah, they're ruining the democracy. It's definitely not the lobbyists and corporations. That's not it.
Yeah, it's guys
got to
on
be
Twitter.
the people on Facebook. It's got to be
Bullshit.
your aunt on Facebook ruining democracy.
Putting democracy
with
in
memes.
peril. Yeah, it stinks.
You know the Russian memes? They're destroying democracy. Not the fucking
I can't wait to see his
lobbyists.
interview.
I can. I'll never watch it. I'll never watch the Case Race. I'll never watch that.
This is a week. That's 1 week, dude. We all have weeks.
I mean, it's
It
pretty
just sucks
cool.
yours
It's a
get
pretty wild
recorded
week.
in the national spotlight.
It's a pretty wild week. It was totally intentional.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I decided to do that sober. I
That's
was
crazy.
like, this will be crazy.
It's going to be nuts.
This will be fun.
It is funny. Again, from a meta perspective, that's the problem. There's a huge swath of the
operate.
population that
Yeah.
cannot adopt a meta perspective. They're ill-equipped. They're neurologically ill-equipped to adopt a meta
Yeah.
perspective. And then it's most of the country. I hate to say it. Dude, fucking individuality is a recent phenomenon in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like, people to have a distinct identity is like maybe 2,500 years old, 3,000. And it's still not everyone caught on.
Yeah.
Most people are just kind of bumbling through life and they're just like, give me a football team, give me a local union sticker to put on my car. And it's like, game over. That's me.
That's nice. Though.
I'm a steam fitter and I like this team. And it's just, I've adopted my parents' spiritual and political views. And it's just, don't bring anything outside of that to my attention or I will freak the fuck out on you. That's like
fucking
85%
good,
of
though,
the
dude.
country.
That's
It is.
good.
It is.
Be that.
It is because I was driving today and I saw a guy with the sticker and it was like an Irish flag, like whatever stick. It was like an Irish flag going into like an asphalt, like not an asphalt, like a brick layer thing,
Yeah.
a trough. Such a fucking elite. A little fucking shovel thing. Such a fucking elite, dude.
You are an elite.
I never knew what thing's called. What's that thing called that you just get a little bit of spackle? A trowel? What's the bucket called? A trough. That's what pigs eat. Trowel. The little shovel's called a trowel.
That's what I call my girlfriend's butt, dude.
The trowel.
That's the trough, dude. I can't wait to see her. I'm gonna come out of the brush like a fucking feral hog, dude.
Dude, she would
She's gonna
probably
run
get,
back
she
to
would
that
get
bedroom.
down with that.
She's gonna run.
She would get down with that. If you cannot.
Yeah, so I've been down on myself quite a bit this week.
Yeah.
Awfully sad. Then last night I needed that one. I haven't hung out with the bros. I stopped talking to everybody.
Nice.
I haven't talked to any of my friends. I haven't talked to you. I haven't talked to
You need it, dude.
a month of not talking to people.
You need a fermentation period. Everyone needs a fermentation period. The fucking lie they call depression is just fermentation.
Yeah.
It's people brewing in their own greatness, and then they emerge out of the other side.
Thank you.
But, people got tricked.
You know what? You'd like this. I've been listening to this book. It's fucking Carlin's book.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like,
He wrote a book?
Dan Carlin. Yeah,
About
he has
time,
a couple. Yeah. This one's called The End is Always Near or something. But I've only been listening. I bought it this week. I've been listening to it while I sleep, which is tough. He's a tough one to listen to.
Does he narrate
He's
his own
loud.
audiobooks?
Yeah. He's like, why would they
It's
do
true.
that?
He's pumped.
It's loud. So it's tough to sleep to. But he's been talking about how, if you really think about it, nearly every single generation in every society has been victims of child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire culture was abused as children.
Yeah.
So obviously they were going to be fucking whacked out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, dude.
And wild. This is the first time in a long time, the last like 70 years, that babies haven't been totally fucked with
That's so funny.
and like slapped
yeah.
and like hammered. They would just pour booze and shit in the kid's mouth.
Yeah, dude.
Mom would be drunk.
You weren't allowed to speak?
They'd just put him outside. There were cultures that would just like fucking
Dude, my
beat
uncle
the
used,
shit
my
out. They'd
uncle
be
used
like,
to get tied to the porch.
yeah, beating your kid.
This
Not
time
like
uncle.
not like a spank.
Yeah,
like
man.
for real, it was good to just beat the fuck out of your kid.
Dude, whenever I ask I'm like, I was like talking about putting Maya down. My mom's like, yeah, whenever like when I was younger, my Kevin and then my cousin Neil and like the three oldest cousins on my mom's side, my mom's like, I would lay in bed like this and just trap them with my legs. And then until they eventually would stop kicking and screaming and they would fall asleep. You just go like this and like them lay down.
I do that to my nephew now, and it's so fun because they
hilarious.
can't do anything. They're like,
Dude, the fucked up part is you kind of have to overplay. That's the thing too, because I don't want to beat the fuck out of my kids, but you have to like. There's times when you have to physically restrain them because they're just so wrong about what's going on.
yeah.
And they're just like, ah! And you're like, you have to hold them
You're
down.
wrong.
And they have to gas and they eventually just go, ah. It's fucked up, dude.
And then they wake up like,
They wake up and it's
I'm so
just
sorry.
It's just good vibes. They wake up and they're
Yeah.
like, what's good? They
Yeah.
completely don't remember at
sorry
all.
about that.
They're just a little orb of energy, dude. They're completely untethered. Like
Yeah.
you have to like chisel them into people. It's fucked up.
It was talking about like some of the ancient, Spartans.
Oh,
Hilarious. They'd be like, this baby's weak. Throw him off that fucking cliff all the time. Leaving babies outside, be like, leave him outside. Let him get tough for the weather. They just leave babies outside
Dude.
in the elements.
I see,
Obviously, they die or get picked up by a dog.
oh, for sure.
Like just,
They
yeah.
were property, dude. You had a kid and you're like, I can't wait to send this little fucker into the factory.
Yeah, it's factory time.
In like the beginning, in like the early 1900s, you're like, sweet. At least I
Yeah.
can send this dumbass in the
this
factory
would
to
be
make some
$1
money.
a day.
It was like 6-year-olds. You'd be like, you got to start pulling your weight, and they would be like falling, like getting their arms ripped off into fucking.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's funny too because even in my family, they don't let like little boys cry. There's like 4-year-olds, and anytime they cry, there's like 9 people be like, "Yo, don't cry, don't cry, knock it off, don't cry."
That's probably good though.
Dude, my cousin, one of my it was like my cousin's kid. He's the sweetest fucking kid.
Is that why
dude.
you cry?
I'm a sensitive type.
I'm a sensitive guy myself.
I'm a sensitive type, dude. This little
That's
kid.
why you have outbursts of like,
oh, dude, big time.
yeah.
I still like.
'Cause everyone was like, don't cry.
It
Now
kills
it's time
me.
to cry.
I'm a sensitive. Dude, this
Yeah.
little kid, I was watching him. He finished some of his ice cream and went, "Here you go, Dad. I'm full. You can have the rest of my ice cream." And I was like, "What a fucking sweetheart." And I was telling his mom, like, he's the sweetest kid. And she was like, "Dude, we were at the beach recently, and someone was." He's maybe 8 years old, and they're hitting him with a very effective move, calling him by his mother's maiden name rather than his actual last name.
That'll get you.
So they're chanting it at him, hitting, and he's like, "That's not my last name. That's not my last name." Finally, he fucking cried, and they were like, "Dude, you can't cry about that." And he's like, "Mom, he hurt my heart.
Yeah.
He hurt my heart, Mom." I was like, damn, dude. So he did.
He's exactly correct.
He's so right. They hurt his heart.
He was in tune with reality.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Hitting you with your mother. Someone hit me my mother's maiden name 5 times. I'm like, dude, you're hurting my heart.
What
Stop.
you're doing right now is
on my dad's last name.
You're making a fool of me, and it hurts. So stop. Stop, or something bad's gonna happen. You're not gonna
you
like.
You should start every
Remember
time
being 8 and being like, "You're not gonna like me when I'm angry."
I would just cry.
Yeah.
I would just cry. I would cry.
You didn't think you were You didn't think you were Wolverine or Hulk?
No,
Someone would get me going. I'd be like,
I would like strike out and I would strike out. I would strike out in kickball and get ridiculed off my front lawn and run inside. I'm like, they're like, shut up, man, shut up. Just run inside. And then, dude, it's funny. You just black out and you come back like, what's up, bro? You completely forget about it.
Can I play again? Yeah. Get in here.
Dude, you go from like most of your young life is just like insane, psychotic crying fits. And you just come out of them and you're just kind of like, you have to tone, you get like hammered into toning that down. And then your boss sends you an email and you're like,
just in the feet, 20 years later.
Your arteries are like
20 years later.
I can't let anyone know how much this affects me.
Oh, man.
It's killing me inside. Every day's a slow grind.
Yes. A buddy of mine just went through a breakup. Hurt my heart.
Hurt
bro.
his heart.
It hurt. His heart was hurt, and I could tell.
It hurt your heart.
And it hurt my heart. It made me sad because I was like, damn, there's nothing worse. A breakup,
bro, I'm fucked
like a
up.
sad breakup.
He
said his girl was like, a month ago, I started this process. I'm moving out. I need to get all my stuff. My dad's coming tomorrow. I was like, bro, it's the worst. It's the worst. Going through a breakup because no one else cares. No. Everyone else is like, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
Get another one. Shut up about it. And you're like, you don't understand how much I loved her. And it's her. And then he brought up a fact. He was like, she works at a bar. And I know there's fucking dudes.
Oh, yeah.
That have been he's like, I've been to the bar. There's dudes that show up to try to hit on her. And he's like, and tonight, I'm not with her. We just broke up.
He's going back.
Those dudes are going for it. And I was like, bro, that's
just a story.
I'm so
in your head,
sorry,
bro.
dude. It's not a story in his head. I believed him.
Wait, how old are they?
She's young.
Yeah, release her to the fucking wolves, dude.
True.
Release her to the wolves.
I mean, of course, that's the callous. That's the callous.
She's a chambermaiden, dude.
That's the callous way to look at it. But I've been there,
I
brother.
know.
And I was like, I gave him the advice that I wish someone would give me. When you're going through a breakup, try your hardest not to do anything gay. Because in a month, you're going to regret it so much, dude. Don't send an email.
You're mentally wearing a Paris beret, dude.
Don't write a poem.
For 2 months.
Don't fucking...
Yeah. Don't drink. Because that's the problem. You'll get hammered. And you'll be like, that's the long text. You start pouring your heart out.
I kind of disagree.
You hit the shots?
I could hit the bar and be like, forget about her.
Really?
I could do that. When I was going, but then now you're staring down a hangover.
That's what I'm saying.
The next morning is when, yes, you're right.
I've never gotten the like analgesic effects of alcohol. It's like a highway to me crying hard. I'm not going to forget anything. I'm going to remember everything and be like,
I mean, I will say during the drinking, that's the thing. So like I've been through the big one when I broke up was sad. I was very sad.
Yeah.
Even though I was the one who like initiated it for like
a
year.
That's sad.
But then finally when it came down to it, I was very sad.
Yeah.
But I could drink. Like I drank that night and I was like, fuck, whatever. Look, I don't need her. She's great. I wish her the best. Yeah. I woke up the next day like, no, oh God, my baby. It was like I threw away a fucking marriage for stand up. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And that was back when things weren't going great.
That's tough.
I was like, this might not work.
That's tough.
Now look at me, dude.
It had to be done.
King of the world.
Had to be done.
Everyone's gunning for me now.
Everyone's trying to beat you drinking beers and stuff.
Everyone's trying to make me chug beers all the time, dude. No, I'm done.
True.
No more chugging beers.
Hang the jersey, dude. Hang the jersey.
I mean, immediately Sean Patton went on Bonfire and challenged me to a fucking drink off, and I was like, for real, I'm done.
He's got to go through case. Now you can set up like a Mortal Kombat period.
Somebody needs to get to me. I am Goro.
Yeah, dude.
Somebody needs to get up to me.
Yeah, you got to fight
But
Sub-Zero.
we're gonna take it easy for a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a tough thing.
Which has been tough because this week I was like, all right. And I just happened to have fucking 7 spots every night. So that's long, dude. That's
Yeah,
usually
that's
where you
fucking a
drink
lot.
because
Two's long. One's long.
Arrive at 7:30, leave at 1:30. And the whole time in between spots, you're just sitting at a bar.
Yeah.
And you feeling good because you just did stand up. You're feeling
true.
like, oh man, I'm on top. I'm the best.
Yeah.
I'm so cool.
That's
Or
true.
you have a bad set and you're like, fuck, I gotta
I
drink.
need to get out of my head.
I gotta drink my way out of this. But this week, 7 spots, just about every night. Didn't drink.
Nice.
Had like 1 or 2, then just water,
Not bad.
which is doable. I can do it.
Yeah,
So I'm
dude.
happy about that.
1 or 2 beers is good for you, according to the World Health
1 or 2
Organization.
beers is good for you.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
Although they found that a lot of the effects of having 1 or 2 beers is just the fact that you're around other people and you're not alone. So it's better for you to have 1 to 2 beers a day and be around people than have
Yeah.
no beers and just be alone all the time.
Yeah,
According to the World Health
Being
Organization.
alone's tough.
Yeah, it can get to some people.
Yeah.
It can get to people. I think I could spend a lot of time by myself.
I
More than
do.
the average person.
I actually do.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't. Never.
Really?
I'm always around motherfuckers.
If you're outside, yeah, I guess so. If you're,
Almost constantly.
I can clock decent amount of days very alone, and I'll never get to do it pretty much ever again for a very long time.
Yeah, you're
Probably
fucked.
die. That'll be it. I'll die.
Towards the end, you'll probably get old. You and your wife will resent each other. You've
Yeah,
seen it.
get some
They
space.
don't talk. You're just
Yeah.
by yourself, sitting in a recliner.
For sure. I got hammered the other. My new tradition now is on Sundays. I put Maya to the nap, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go chill. That's my chill time. I drink my weed juice. I have it in the fridge. Yes, I went to my office and filled up like 5-liter bottles and I stashed them in my fridge. Yes, I finally went to my wife and I was like, I'm filling up weed juice. I'll be back. I kept trying to come up with a good excuse and I was like, no, I'm getting weed juice.
It was time to deal in reality, and you did.
It was.
And that was good.
I filled up all my weed juices. I have them in the fridge. So I chug a bunch of weed juice and I lay down and just go into basically probably a theta state if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I just lay there and I don't really nap.
Undoubtedly a theta
I
state.
don't nap.
I was in a couple theta
Were
states
you
the
really?
last couple months, dude. I can't. I gotta
Dude,
keep.
I don't nap, but I disappear into like a realm of like incoherent thought that makes sense until I wake up. Actually, I was meditating on I think Platonism, which is like the ancient Greece. It was like the early philosophy of the ancient Greeks, which is pretty sick. There was matter, and then there's the intelligence that forms matter. And I just read that, and I was like, "Whoa! I wonder what that stuff is." And I laid down into a theta state, and I'm sitting there just like, "Whoa, whoa!" All these cool thoughts that I never remember, and it just, dude, I'm just having a good time, dude. Just thinking about goodness, truth, and beauty. And all of a sudden, it was just like, you left the doggy bags in the laundry. It was like a meteor just coming into my consciousness. And I was like, and I came out of it and I was like, what? And it was like, the dog bags are in the laundry. They're all unraveled now. Just holds them to me. I go, whoa, dude. I was like, man.
Wait, with shitting them?
No.
right.
Fuck, dude. That'd be crazy. That would be
I
fully
mean, if you
deserved.
pocketed
I
dog
like,
shit,
dude. I
that
left
could
a
happen.
decent amount of stuff. I left like a full vape pen in the laundry. There was a decent knapsack of stuff. Come on, dude.
Bro.
Come on. I'm up to my ears and bullshit.
Please don't grind my gears for this. Please
What?
don't fuck with me on that. That's what you got to tell your lady.
Oh, dude.
There's stuff in the laundry. Like, look, there's going to be stuff in the laundry
That's what I told her.
sometimes.
That's what I told her. I was like, look, I do my best. That's going to be stuff sometimes. But I started laughing. I was like, dude consciousness rules so hard. I was basically Play-Doh for 2 hours just being like, wow, dude, the fucking newest just fucking comes and forms all this matter that's so cool. And I was thinking about how it was so tight, dude. I can't
Yeah.
remember what I was thinking, but I was full Play-Doh, just like this. Oh, and all of a sudden it came screaming in,
It's a
dude.
woman's consciousness.
Sophia, dude, came screaming into my consciousness. And I was just like, woke up. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about goodness, truth, and beauty. You're all dog. You're monitoring the dog
you're
bags.
about dog
in the laundry. I'm so sorry, dude. I wish I could take you into my fucking realm.
Yeah, the babes aren't in that realm.
She's shadows in the cave, dude.
They'll never be in there.
They're full shadows in the cave. I hate the fact that they can't rise to the sublime heights of pure thought with me. But dude, I got fucking,
For real.
I laughed.
For real, that guy's-
I woke up. And
That's
I was
true,
like,
dude. It's true.
I know, dude.
They can't. Dude.
Like, don't you see that's not a real concern? They're plastic fucking dog bags. They can the vape cartridge. Yeah, I'll buy another one. I was like, let me see if that works. Did
But-
it? I'll give her that.
Reverse that. If I'm like, I could do that. I can go girl brain. I can be like, nice. Now I have something to fucking drill her on.
Yes.
You left the dog bags in there. It's not a big deal.
I do that all
I'm
the
not
time.
mad. See how this works? I don't get mad about it.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's just another thing that assaults, because it's like, yeah, but you don't care about that, therefore you can't bring it up because that we care about different stuff.
I care about truth.
Goodness, truth, and beauty, dude.
Dude, you want to know the opposite of goodness, truth, and beauty? Last night, Tom tossed on one of his fucking hellish
dude.
faces of death
Come
videos.
on, man. Stop that.
I couldn't watch it. I was sitting there.
Of course not, dude.
And then I was getting fucked up about it. I was like, this is the worst things in humanity.
Yeah.
It was like Middle Eastern fucking executions.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Now, here's a question.
They
I'd
can
love
watch
to have
it.
Tommy up here to field this one. But what the fuck's going on? The point
don't
of
know.
like fire that up.
I don't know.
I've been reading a lot about the shadow.
I was putting on cat videos.
It's good.
We were having a good time.
That's goodness, truth, and beauty.
Cops singing the national anthem poorly. It's just as funny as it gets.
Red glare.
It's the funniest. The bomb's bursting.
Where do you find that's a thing? You must find that your theta state. You find the sickest shit to YouTube. I don't know what to YouTube.
Couldn't be funnier.
I don't know what to
Because
YouTube.
then the camera's panning and showing dudes trying to like holding the flag like. There's one where this dude obviously doesn't know the words. He's like, oh, say he closes with, and the home of the free.
Who's asking these guys
local
to do
news
this?
is filming just different cops. Dude, there's a big dude that's just staring at it like, he's so pissed. And then it cuts to this young dude who's for real dying. Like you can see he's like, and then you can see him, do that thing where you like swallow a laugh where you're just like, okay, chill the fuck out, stop laughing. And then he starts to try to sing along with the guy. And then he's like, the bomb's bombing. And he realizes the guy's singing the wrong lyrics and just starts dying again.
That might be
wonderful.
the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah. I'll give it to Jay. He started during the fireworks. He started playing like Roseanne's national anthem, like the worst national anthems.
I was just wanting
It was so.
I wanted to
funny.
get back to that. Where was he getting the Me So Horny from? That's a classic fucking.
There's, I don't want to put dirt on his name, but there's a tough ladder to get up to the roof. So he did the best thing possible, which was I'm not even going to risk trying to climb that ladder. I'm going to sit down here and ruin it for everybody that did climb the ladder.
That's a strong move.
It was. I had to give it up to him. I was like, damn, that's really funny.
That's as above, so
there's
below.
a big beats. I mean, yeah, that was a demon reaching up and be like, if I can't have it, no one can.
He was in Hades, dude.
He was in Hades and he reached out.
But it was necessary.
He was right. In the end, he was right. He did ruin an incredible fireworks display with songs that were like, yeah, ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties.
That rules.
Yeah.
He might be the bejeweled crab from Moana.
That's the demon that attacked you.
Yeah. Did I tell you I went on YouTube and I saw hallucinogenic entities and they broke them down by like 7 different types? Dude, I confronted the jester and there was a black and white tiled floor is the exact thing I fucking saw. They did artist renditions. And
Speaking
I was like,
of black and white tiled floors.
Yes. Yes.
Luis Gomez lived in a 1-bedroom, entirely tiled room with a dog that was feral for I don't know how long, but that was part of his origin story that was making me
black and white tile floor?
Just a fully tiled studio. Fucking floor to ceiling tiled. Hell.
Is he Hunter J. Gomez? He's Hunter J. Gomez.
Dude. And his dog was a menace and would try to escape. If he opened the door, it would be like, he's like, hold on. So yes, Luis might be the funniest dude of all time.
Yeah, Butterly was talking about how that's a serious hood phenomenon. It's like having a dog that must be put in another room if anyone else comes over or it will bite people.
Yeah, it's great.
Crazy. That's crazy, dude. I'm a pretty bad dog trainer, but I definitely get my dogs not to bite, except Matilda might attack shoes depending on what they are.
Yeah, I think I might have done that.
You did, dude. You imprinted on Matilda.
Yeah.
By assailing her with your military boots.
Yeah, that was fun though.
That was great.
She had fun.
She had a blast. And now she thinks it's on. Every time like a guy comes in with like work boots, she's like, I have to shepherd them.
I did it all the time with Matilda.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It was nonstop. I'd be sitting there playing video games and I would just...
Matilda spent her basically dog adolescence in the house on Mount Vernon Street.
It's a good place to raise. Dude, we were laughing so hard. I was thinking about when Fennell's dog just walked up and took Chris Wood's food.
That was Juicy. Or that was Juicy. That was Blue.
Blue.
It was Blue.
Fuck yeah.
Blue just
was
took you to the
so
streets.
fucking funny, dude.
Just took you to the
Is Blue
streets.
still alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue probably has another year or so.
Blue's hanging in.
Blue's out on the parents' farm.
That was one of the dumbest fucking dogs I've ever seen in my
That's
life.
crazy, dude.
I've never seen a dog like that.
Dude, that was like a Guatemala Chihuahua, like street dog. That was a dingo.
That was a fucking dingo.
If you look at, that's like a native South American street dog. It's like a dingo. They're like
That
these
thing-
fucked up
But
coyote
he was
hybrids.
chill. He was a chill fucking dog.
Until he isn't, dude.
Yeah.
The first couple days, I went to his dog bed and he'll like fucking freak on people sometimes, and go full Mexico City.
But watching him just absolutely bully a human.
Dude.
I've never seen it. Dude, the dog walked up slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly took it out of his fucking hands.
I know.
And this is back, no one had money.
No.
That was Wood's meal.
That was all he ate all
That
day.
was big.
His meals were crazy.
His
dude.
meals were crazy. But he did hook it up for me.
He did.
There'd be times where I'd have no meals and he'd say, hey,
He hit
I got
you.
a bowl of fucking like beans and tuna
It was a
and
hummus.
tortillas.
It was hummus. Yeah, it was like a hummus, 5 pitas, and then like a ton of chicken.
Yeah, it was good.
He
It was
fucking-
actually
he broke
good.
you
Your
off.
gruel,
That's
your
yummy.
gruel was fucking
True,
nice.
yeah.
I miss
still
the
like
gruel.
Gruel's good.
I need that gruel.
Fire it up in Aus.
Yeah.
Fire up some gruel.
You think you can make gruel in Australia?
I'll get a stinger, bro.
Yes.
I'll make us chi-chis, dude.
Dude, I was listening. Speaking of Australia, I've been listening to fucking plane crashes.
What?
Speaking of,
You don't listen to the Black Box?
I started listening to Black Boxes.
Dude, what the fuck?
Well, it was just one night. It's not like I'm doing this regularly.
Still.
And then there's a website where you can see everybody's the last sentence of every black box in a plane crash.
What do they give? Something nice?
Some of them are funny. Some of them are like mountains, which is very funny.
Does anyone play Me So Horny?
Some of them are very sad. It's like, Amy, I love you. And it's like,
Not bad.
fuck. He knew
Yeah.
he was going to be able to say it.
I mean,
The one was like, Mom, I love you.
nice. Yeah, that's
But I was talking to Chris about it. I was like, I don't want those pilots. I want the guy who's still, because there's some pilots that are still trying shit the whole way down
Yeah.
calmly. They're like, okay, we're going to go ahead and switch this. All right, that's not working. Go ahead and try this. Looks like we're going to be coming in pretty hot.
Oh.
Just fucking, yeah.
Yeah, that's that Air Force training, bro.
I like that. I don't want a pilot that's like, oh God. Like there's several of those.
Yeah, getting emotional.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I want a guy who's trying till the very end.
True pilots, like, this is obviously the way I was going to go.
Yeah. Sorry
Fury
to
wreckage.
the 300 people behind me. I knew I was going this way.
Yeah, that's just part of their fucking, that's like the, whatchamacallit? That's the Sati tradition. They're the Egyptian king, and that's all of their subjects.
True. True. You're
Dude.
in my tomb.
They dug up those tombs. There'd be like up to like 300 people buried with some of the Egyptian pharaohs.
That's how I want to go.
Pretty wild. You're just getting buried alive? Just being
No,
a
I want to
smash
die
piece.
and then make sure everybody that was around me does get buried alive.
It should be legal again. Maybe
Yeah.
by the, they might legalize Sati.
Yeah, we could
Because, dude,
get a religious exemption.
I read a thing there. I read getting religious exemption out of Sati.
Yeah.
I read a thing. Apparently, and I don't know if this was like a skewed data point, but they said that 25% of the deaths in like Finland or some Scandinavian country were euthanasia. Again,
Makes
a
sense.
lot of the bros are being like, put me down,
That makes sense.
like medical death. That's a lot, dude.
It is, but if you think about it, that's how many people make it to fucking full geese
Yeah,
and like riddled with fucking disease and dementia.
yeah,
It's like,
25%.
dude, just knock them out.
It's a sick NPR fan. I feel like a lot of
Unless I
NPR
can
listeners
break out
want
of
to be
the dementia.
euthanized.
I might be able to
I want
break
to
out of it.
burden my family as much. You want to? I think I could break out.
Just
dude.
like one day, just be like,
Ugh.
this is where I am.
What are you watching golf? Put on golf.
Put golf on.
Has anyone ever
What the
busted
hell?
out of it? I think
I
I could
bet
get
people
out of
have
it.
busted out.
I think I might go the opposite route. I might actually start remembering stuff when I get older. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck. There's my keys. Might finally find my keys when I'm like 80.
Yeah.
Be like, what the hell?
Dude, there's my car.
Yeah, dude. That stinks. I was talking a little whatchamacallit. Forgot the word for it. Alzheimer's.
It's
I was
really
talking
sad.
Alzheimer's. It stinks, dude.
Yeah.
Apparently they all think, or a lot of them think, that the people taking care of them are stealing from them. I thought that was just my mom's aunt. That's a lot of them.
No, I
Like,
mean, I'm
what
sure if you're confused all the time, you're very paranoid about people, strangers walking in and fucking coming
That's
around.
true.
Be like, holy shit, there's a new guy. He's in my house. Get out of here. Thief.
That's what they
I'm trying
do.
to watch the Goff. I'm watching Goff.
That's got to suck too, because my mom's aunt.
Ernie Els is on. Get out of here, thief.
That'd be sick if they only can remember PGA legends.
Probably.
That might be
Gary
the only thing
Player.
tethering him to reality. There he is.
I don't like that Tiger Woods character. Why, Grandma?
That's the only thing you can muster is like talking about Tiger Woods. Like, why is everyone being weird about my takes on Tiger Woods?
Yeah, sorry I don't
Where
like him.
am I right now?
Yeah.
And why is there a black golfer?
What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck? That'd be
Dude.
nice to not remember. You're completely like Citizen Zero. You can't remember any.
Yeah.
What was the soldier in the one movie? Matthew Damon,
Jason Bourne?
Jason Bourne. Your Bourne Identity every
Yeah.
morning, dude. You wake up, you craft your pants.
Somehow I know how to
you
do.
craft your pants. and
Somehow
you're
I
like-
do know how to do racism still.
Yeah, that's the only thing you know.
In the restaurant, just like there's 5 Puerto Ricans over by the back there.
There's a Jamaican lady who says she's my live-in nurse. I don't believe her.
There's a mixed fella in the booth over.
I gotta get out of here. That's probably why they end up on the side of the highway.
I can rollerblade 17 miles out of the city right now.
That's why they end up walking on the fucking like a 2-lane highway with all their stuff from the diner. They just see all the minorities and they're just
There's too
like,
many minorities.
there's no minorities on here.
Yeah. But then they get to the side of the highway and guess what? That's minority city.
True, true. Yeah, I've noticed that's the
That's where they like to hang out.
a lot of barbecues around like the side of like the Wissahickon, like a lot of Puerto Rican families.
Really? They're just setting up.
They set up,
shop,
like- yeah, they set
observing
up-
the road.
It's not the side of the road. It's the side of like the Wissahickon on the river.
Oh, okay.
You'll go down there with your dog and it'll just be like a full like party. And you're like, whoa, man.
That's pretty awesome.
That was a long trek to get down there.
Yeah. Those guys don't mind trekking,
Nah, man.
especially for a good time,
It's a great time.
especially some cervezas by the Rio.
Yeah, man.
It's time.
It's a good time. Speaking of time. Woo!
Nice.
Hot diggity dog.
There was one plane crash in San Diego where this Boeing was flying in. These 2 dinguses in a fucking Cessna were practicing landing. And you can read the transcript. Air traffic control's like, just so you know, there's a Cessna around you guys about within 5 miles. And the pilots are laughing. They're like, oh, these fucking idiots. What the hell? Where are these guys? Then they find them. They're like, all right, there they are. They're about a mile off to the right. And then a couple minutes later, air traffic control's like, do you guys still see them, the Cessna? And they were like, nah, they must have gone right. We don't see them anymore. Turns out the Cessna was directly below them at this point. So the Boeing goes to land, starts going down, hits the fucking Cessna.
Oh, Madone.
This is in San Diego in 1973, I think. Bro, the Boeing obviously crashes.
What?
The whole plane goes down. The Cessna, those boys are kaput. Those,
Yeah, fried.
But the fucking thing lands in a neighborhood. Kills like 8 more people in the neighborhood. 170 people on board are dead, obviously.
What?
Yeah. Real bummer. But it's also reassuring that plane crashes happen in America like once every fucking it's very rare.
Is it? I
It's
never knew.
extremely rare.
I'm always wondering, like, dude, I feel like I'm always like thinking, like, I swear I just heard about a plane crash.
It's very rare.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But also you got to remind yourself, because I fly a lot and I'm
True.
thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you were like, all right, let's say there was a major air accident today,
Yeah.
the day I'm flying. If it came from this airport, statistically, I'd still be extremely unlikely. There's so
Ooh.
many flights.
That's true.
The odds of it being on my plane are out of,
True, but if it was, how bad would you be like, ain't that about a bitch?
I'd say, isn't it ironic?
Ain't that about a bitch?
Too ironic.
What did I do? Yeah, that would stink.
Yeah, especially on the way to Australia, if it just nosedives over the ocean out of nowhere.
Yeah, never to be
But if we're
found.
asleep in our nice little pods,
That'd be nice, dude.
shit-faced in a pod,
There's worse ways to go.
that's a good way to go.
There's worse
Just
ways
be
to
like,
go.
I'm with my friend. We're going to have a fucking theater tour in Australia. This is fucking awesome.
Leonard Skinner's status, dude.
That would be Skinner. People would
Leonard
go
Skinner.
back and play this podcast and be like, damn, this is Sweet Home Alabama. This shit's incredible.
Oh, for sure.
They did it.
Bam, bam, bam.
Everybody would
pretty
forgive
much.
it. But turn it up. Everyone would forgive us, dude.
Pretty much did it. I told you, my dream was to become a host at Helium. Did it.
Done.
Done.
My win Philly's funniest.
Yeah, did.
Done.
Done.
Now now we're in bonus level. As you,
That's it, dude.
What were you saying to me?
We're at Sonic bonus level.
Yeah,
It's collecting coins. That's it.
this is it.
It's
We did it.
all there is. And then
Nah.
getting, dude, all it really is getting a hand job, or giving yourself a hand job, jerking off, aka jerking off.
Yeah.
Get your nipple sucked. Wee, dude.
If you don't think for a second that I'm going to give that a shot
You have to.
after the woo pig suey when I chase her into the room,
Have that as a snack. Go feast.
I'll feast.
when she gets back. But like
gorge myself.
on a
I'll
night,
be
maybe she has a
stuffed.
cold. Maybe she has a cold or something. Just be like, perfect, dude.
Jackpot.
You're a little sleepy.
Get a little snot in there.
Oh.
What a sweet, what a sweet treat for my nipples.
Oh my god.
Say,
Yeah,
babe,
dude.
could you suckle at me?
Can you suck my nipples?
Suckle.
I used to be ashamed to ask, and now there's just no shame whatsoever. It's just like, yo.
Do you do it like? Do you demand it? Are you like?
No, I
suck my nipples. Come here.
if she said like I don't have it in me to suck your nipples, I might hit her with the old like, all right.
Well, there's
I
gonna be
might sad
vapes in the
boy her.
laundry tomorrow. I'll tell you that.
You what?
There's gonna be some shit in the laundry. I need this to clear my mind.
I'm gonna go walk the dogs. Do you know where the bags are? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely threaten her.
If she refuses to suck, you have to throw. Oh shit, we got dumb ads.
It's just Sheath, right?
Perhaps
It's just Sheath, I believe.
9,000 fucking emails.
Let me tell you about Sheath underwears.
Nice.
These-
PGA Tour show is looking for comedians, and they want me.
Nice, dude. Look at
It's
that,
time for me to talk golf. That's crazy.
dude. Are you gonna sit there and be like a commentator?
Ooh,
Here we go. I'll fire it up.
Matt, Patreon hit. We're rich.
Oh, really? Sick.
Matt, we did it.
Sick.
We did it, baby.
We got money.
Break out the red panties. We did it, baby.
We're fucking another month, dude. A month until I get sucked up into the fucking
Guys,
evil enterprise that is
God bless
working.
America, and God bless Sheath Underwear. Sheath Underwear keeps your balls off your legs. I'm wearing them right now, for real. Look at that.
That's funny. I'd attribute that to my incredibly small penis.
Yeah, I always thought it was because of my small penis that my dick and nuts never even touched my fat thighs that are nearly touching. This idea for Sheath came from its founder, U.S. Army soldier, dude.
Forgive me for
You're
laughing at all.
disrespecting a future U.S.
Sorry, I
Army
was laughing.
soldier. U.S. Army soldier Robert Patton during his second tour in Iraq, dude.
Second?
Yeah, second. It worked for him. It'll work for you. Support the show and support this awesome veteran-owned company. Go to sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code DRENCH to get 20% off your first order. Every order comes with Sheath's 100% money-back guarantee, so you can just crap in these things and be like, I want my
Shoo-wee.
fucking money back.
For sure.
Mail them back to them.
You could for sure do that.
Every order with Sheath's, that's sheathunderwear.com. Promo code DRENCHED. Get Sheath Underwear and let them support your balls.
Dude, you know what I was
For
thinking
real,
about?
get Sheath. Those things fucking rule.
They are nice. You know what I was thinking about today? Or actually the other day? That we're essentially just we're a biological organism carrying our father's penis into the future. Then our children carry our penis in. We're just a penis being carried into the future.
What a burden on my young son.
It's crazy, dude.
My boy is going to,
But he's got to carry it.
he's going to have to strike me
He's
down.
got to carry
He's
it.
going to say, you burdened me.
What is this?
I'll be like Robert the Bruce's dad in Braveheart. I'll be like, covered in blood.
You must carry it into it.
betray him.
You must carry it into the future. You must have
Our
sex
penis
with a
must live.
big butted Irish waitress. Carry our penis into the future.
Fucking right, dude. See if you can find a fat ass pale chick.
Oh yeah,
Big fat pale butt at a bar.
that's the torch. That's a torchbearer of a small Irish penis, dude.
A small Irish penis. Just a drunk, small penis. Fat butted whore. Finally, our legacy continues. We continue to strive forward as a burden on civilization.
Oh
We're
man,
not contributing. We're taking.
hard worker, dude. That's the fucking trawl.
You do need the guy that's
That's the trawl, dude.
just an alcoholic working.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
You do need the worker bees.
I saw that sticker and I said, you know what? That's kind of nice, just to be like,
Yeah.
I fucking lay bricks. This is the way I feel about it. Everything. It is fully automatic. Because I was
Automatic.
like, I looked at it. I'm like,
It still is.
because I was like, I wonder how the guy feels about Trump. And I was like, no, I know exactly. I could tell you exactly. Not to be a dick. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just know it's.
Look,
it's
I don't
fully
like him,
automatic.
but he tells the truth.
It's fully. It's fully
Yeah. Automatic.
Oh my god, you can't even talk about it anymore.
You can't even fucking joke around.
Yeah, man, it's pretty nuts. Think about that. That's apparently the thing of one of the things in Jungian therapy. We're just archetypes. We're just fully just preloaded things that emerge into like a pattern that already existed that takes
Yeah.
on a different flavor due to like the culture around it, and then like certain people come up through that and like and self create into a new thing. Pretty neat.
Pretty neat. You want to go to the Patreon and have a good time?
Yes. Have a very good time.
You want to get crazy on there?
Very crazy.
It's time to get crazy.
Let's
Goodbye.
go. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for listening.
The Wild Wild West.
Actor, magician, hypnotist, escape artist, television personality. There are a lot of parts to make up Steve Crawford. Steve and his team of experienced professionals would like an opportunity to tailor a program to meet your needs.
Hey guys, welcome to Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. We're doing a little road episode. I'm in Ontario, California, recording a comedy special, but we're recording an intro for my newest special that'll come out eventually. And I met you, Steve Crawford, dude.
Great to be here.
Lifetime entertainer.
I met you. That was a crazy day we had.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was
Absolutely.
mostly you. You were doing stunts and shit.
So this guy, don't let him fool you. He
The Wild Wild.
You got actually
and
hurt.
I got hurt, a little bit injured.
Your ribs are messed
So,
up. Well, that should be nothing to you. You're a stunt. How long have you been doing stunts for?
Exactly. That's the problem. So now I'm all broken down and sore. So I did Daredevil stunts on the road for 30, 40 years. And that was for state fairs, festivals.
How'd you get into that?
You know, I was a kid. I had a childhood hobby of magic. My mother told me about the movie Houdini with Tony Curtis. And I watched this thing, and I watched him get locked in the water tank, and his appendix burst, and he dies. But something it affected me differently than it did the other people watching, and it grabbed me.
You watched the Houdini, so you saw him die in the tank, and you're like,
I did.
I'm
I'm like, oh my
torch.
gosh, I want to do what this guy's doing. That is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to die, let's die in a water tank in front of an audience. You know, we're all going to die.
True.
But didn't plan to die and didn't die. But I was lucky. I had a locksmith that lived next door. He taught me how to pick locks, and I really became a big Houdini fan.
And your stage name was Houdini, right?
As a child, I went all the way in those days, actually all the way to college. Houdini names, you know, with somebody Eni. Everybody put an Eni, so I went with Houdini. Can you hold? My beautiful assistant is here. Would you hold the microphone? I'll show you one of the first tricks I learned. This is a quick one.
Did you ever use male? It's always women. I never like sexy boys for the
why not?
assistant.
I think you got to hold it closer. Somebody told me that.
Yeah, get up
that
there,
was
bro.
you that told me. All right, here we go. Little dollar bill trick.
Here we go.
So a lot of kids start with this stuff, which I did
Yeah.
at the library. Picture of Barbara Bush. I don't know if you can see that. Or
Kind of looks like Barbara up there.
I always thought as a kid. Anyway, no, we fold the dollar up. In this trick, what we want to do is make it come out backwards or different or upside down. But in this case, it actually changes.
Yeah.
About $99 different. As you can see, you get a $100 bill. So money didn't really become the motivation to do it, but it kept me doing it.
You got
kept me as a
the
career.
Philosopher's Stone. You could do alchemy. Transfer the lead into gold.
We could do that. It's true. I will say I picked up many dates as a
Thank you,
child,
Sean.
pretending to be a real wizard, and that
Yeah.
I could do real magic and read her mind, and you wouldn't believe it. Magic is a great way to meet girls. Don't let me.
I wanted to ask you about that. That seems.
Absolutely.
I watched the reel of you. That was the Oklahoma. What was that? The hockey team, right?
Oh, you saw one of my sports events doing
saw
illusions. Yes.
My question is, so when you're a magician, because you're a magician, actor, stuntman, you do it all. You're a general entertainer, a real entertainer. Everyone thinks they're an entertainer now, but you're the real deal. 40 years of locking in getting locked underwater, acting.
You know, it was the funniest thing when I was growing up. I was the only entertainer that I knew,
Yeah.
and I mean, I met people who helped me in the business, but you know, I did my shows, and now I look at social media, and everybody's an entertainer. I'm like, I'm the only one on there not entertaining anymore. It seems
your
like,
blood,
but
sweat, and tears.
in the world has changed. Everybody's entertaining.
Well, here's the question. So with the magic, you're saying is a good way to meet girls. When's the first time you converted magic skills into just some? I don't know how graphic you want to get.
So often. Well, I've got one true story, and it's a no joke. There's a victims protection order on file in Oklahoma.
Hold up, bro. On you or the person?
The girl who had a fatal attraction, and it was
okay.
it was this that in '81 I opened for Alice Cooper. I was just his opening act. We did some illusions, and I was a good guy. Backstage, I met with the people who won the radio passes to come backstage, you know, and friendly, and the band members were sleeping with people and all that. I didn't get any of that. And one of the rules I
How
had.
old were you? How old were you back then?
I was very young. I was 18, 19 years old.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I went to my earlier gigs back in college days. I was in college when we hooked up for that. But I had been meeting girls in clubs and telling them I was psychic. So I felt bad about that. This even in high school, and would read their mind. And of course it worked. You know, they're just, we've got this connection. But I had a rule: I would never go out with a girl that I met at a show, because what they see in the show is not who you are. I mean, you're you're playing a role. You're a daredevil stunt guy with security around you, and I mean, you're playing this image, right? Or you're a funny guy in a show, whatever it is. So those people don't know you. So I broke the rule one time, and boy, it was crazy. Young lady, you can look up. It's still in the file, court case, but yeah, she. Tried to come on hard to me to marry me. All of a sudden, I'm like, what in the world? We just met.
You gave her one taste. She lost her mind.
And exactly. And I told her words to me were, you know what? She said, I should have killed you when I saw you at the state fair in September. I'm like, what?
Whoa.
And she grabbed the wheel of my little convertible, and it was icy out, and crashed it. And then broke in my house later, stole stuff. There were gas stoves in those days. I was a single guy, and turned on all the gas, blew out the pilot lights, and then attacked me through the back door. So everybody on our city block there went to court, and we won. And
Bro.
But I learned my lesson.
How many times did you pipe her down?
One time.
Just once.
It was once.
She got to taste the amazing
what in the
Eugenie
world?
once.
And I just don't know. I don't know what to say about it, except, you know, I don't think it's a good idea to commingle, you know.
That
with
makes
your
sense. That's
audience
kind of
like
smart.
that. I really
So
don't.
you were that smart, that young, to keep it separate, because that's a good insight to know. Like, dude, this is all glitz and glam.
Yeah. It's true. And I learned the lesson.
So I really wanted to ask you about that, because doing the county fairs must have been crazy. Like, what were some of the stunts? What was like the craziest stunt you did at like a county fair?
You know, everybody had a favorite. And so at state fairs, we did about 25 state fairs starting in September through November. West Palm Springs, Florida kicks off early February, and Shreveport, Louisiana, not my favorite fair, but that ran right into Thanksgiving. So there was a ton of fairs. And so we had ground acts, family shows, animal circus, kids circus. I did circus sideshow, illusion. So we had that going. Then I booked a secondary act, which was the Daredevil stunts. So one of those was locked upside down in the water torture cell that Houdini inspired, strapped to roller coaster tracks, and a straitjacket, had to dive out of the way right before it crashes through, you know, from a screen.
What?
Hanging from burning rope straitjackets in the air. But there were other markets for swimming pool events. I let people, anybody with a backyard pool could hire me, bring their padlocks and chain me up to weights and throw me in the pool. And if you had $5,000, I was available to do it. And some close calls, but I made it through that.
What was a close call?
Well, there were a lot of close calls. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I don't know which was the tell first.
So here's the question.
There were some accidents.
If someone hired you at like their pool to escape, and you died in their pool, what's the deal with that?
I would sue myself. So I had a $2 million liability policy that if myself or anyone else was ever injured at one of my shows, that it would pay off. So my first step would be sue myself because I was injured at my show.
It's kind of
That
tight.
was kind of my plan anyway. Get rich off the accident. But anyway.
So what were the babes like at the county fair? Because I know Alice Cooper, obviously, probably crowing, but like the county fair, what's that like?
Well, exactly. Use your imagination, you know, and the smaller the fair, the smaller the town. Yeah, I love small town. I'm from a small town. So, but people are, to be honest, you know, we joke about that, and there was a lot of flirty, you know, horror types, I guess you could say, but there was a lot of very, very sweet people, and I mean it sincerely. My favorite guests, they came every year, just really good people, honestly.
Yeah, that's
from
cool.
This community.
That's cool. Because I always wondered about that, because that's like, yeah, and you kept it to the code that whole time. You just only broke once for that one lady.
Absolutely. You know, I think it was my fingers. I always practice with my fingers. You want to see a finger trick? You want to do something?
Wait, we're talking about the hose right now.
It's another magic trick. All right. I'm
Lovely
gonna
assistant.
I'm gonna
Sexy.
have,
Go ahead.
I'm going to have you lay your mic down. You got to do this one with me. All right. Would you hold this for? So, actually, magicians, we do use our hands to exercise a little bit to get our magic going. If you do this, hold your hands like this, clasp your fingers together. Now, wiggle your first finger, wiggle your little finger. Good. You're very good, talented yourself. Okay, now separate. Now we're going to go down, Now, can you keep turning till they go all the way out? It's a little bit of a stretch. If you're watching this or try it at home, to get all the way out. Now, reverse your arms and lock them like that, except kind of hold them up high. There you go. Now, wiggle the first finger and the little and go, ah, oh. Linda Blair taught me that one, actually.
What'd you do?
Woo. Twist your arms around, right?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
I didn't either. Anyway, I tried.
You're never going to believe it, guys. This episode of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is brought to you by Dude Wipes. If you're still dry wiping with toilet paper, it's time to show your beehole some respect and upgrade to Dude Wipes. Why? Because Dude Wipes are wet, and extra moisture cleans away that dry what dry never could. They leave no room for dingleberries and stray butt crumbs that TP might miss. Plus, they're extra large and designed for adults. Dude Wipes tackle the mess without any fuss, and flushable design makes it clean up a breeze. No more endless rolls or settling for less than perfect wipes. Think about the last time you really could have used Dude Wipes. They're good for cleaning up cum. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. Available on Amazon and major retailers nationwide.
You want to hear a county fair story?
Yeah, please.
You got time? Would you come back? You're so good at this. I love it. Trick with a couple of jokers and, hold on. We're missing one. We're used to standing up. What kind of comedian sits down? You're lucky.
I told you I would stand. I have no problem standing.
So I've got a story how I lost some money from a guy running a little scam, a little gambling game at a fair. And it went like this. I thought, being a magician, I'm going to win all these carnival games, right?
Yeah.
This guy had 3 cards at his game. One of those was a joker that he was using. He had a second card, and it was a joker. And then he had a third card, which was actually an ace. He said, this is the money card. Now, what you got to do is keep your eye on this ace. All right, here we go. I noticed he made a shifty move. I thought he put the ace on the bottom. When I guessed the bottom, actually, I lost my first $1. Now, then he said this. He said, look, I'm not going to mix the 3 cards. I'm going to leave them in the same sequence, the 3, and right now give you a second guess. Now, I said it was the top card, which cost me $1. I said, I knew if it wasn't the bottom, it had to be the middle. And, well, that one cost me $1. I said, okay, now you're using more than 3 cards. He said, that'll cost you $1. I said, you've taken the ace out of the game. He said, that'll cost you $1. Anyway, I owed him $5. Here's where he got me. He said, look, there's an ace. Would you hold that one?
Yep.
He said, here's a joker. He said, if you can still tell me the name of the last card, if you hadn't forgotten it and all this, you win your $5, double or nothing. You get double your money. I said it was a joker. He said I owed him $10. So I did learn, watch the games that you play at the carnivals while you're on that subject. Yeah.
Yes. Do you ever beef with any carnies? Because that seems like you ever beef with any of the carnival folks?
No. In fact, there was a little, what was the code? If you ever got in trouble with a guest, you holler out, was it Rufus? I can't remember now. It's been a while since I've been to that market, but all the carnies jump in and help you.
Really?
They do. They watch each other. They watch your back, the entertainer's back. That was one of the first things I learned. That's kind of a family.
It's kind of cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what would you do then? So if you were on the road like that and you weren't like, taking advantage of the babes, not in like a bad way, but I'm saying they're plentiful, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. What would you do? Like you just chill all day and like do magic? Like
you're talking about? I'm sorry. After the show?
Yeah. What would you do?
There was no break at a fair. You open up in the afternoon. You do some shows. You run them into the night, and then you go back and you're just wore out. You've been outdoors all day. Typically, a lot of indoor events. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and go back to your room and hide.
Really?
Get some rest because you got to do it again the next day. When the fair ends on a Sunday night, you got to pack your tear down, hire help.
You're out, yeah.
Big tear down, load your trailers. For sure. Head on down to the next one.
So what about the one thing I wanted to ask you when we started is like, what's the relationship like between a magician and a magician's assistant? That seems like it's an erotic. I don't want to keep like hammering on this, but it seems like an erotic situation. Like, how do you handle that?
Yes. It could be. It's all, you keep it in the back of your head. So, unfortunately, they never knew. They never knew my thoughts. No, I actually very respectful.
Yeah.
We'd hire dancers. We would hire people that, were there for the art and did a good job. And honestly, we became good friends.
That's cool.
I never made a move on an assistant. But there were some I certainly liked. I think they liked me, but we just left it at that.
You're a professional as hell. I guess that's how you do it for 40 years, man. Otherwise,
40 years. It was that long till I could get out of it. And I did comedy clubs in the 80s. Did I tell you about that?
no.
So I had 3 comedy club acts. And it was an agent that convinced me to do this. Keeping in mind, I'm an actor. I wanted to be a comedian, but I never really was that funny. I mean, honestly, I didn't think. But so we developed 3 acts that we booked into the comedy clubs, and one was a pickpocket comedy thing, and one was a monologue with some magic. And the third one is the reason I got out of doing comedy clubs. I had a problem with myself doing this with anybody. I went right in as a headliner. I think a comedy club, you need people to start in the beginning, an opener, a middler, and then you work your way up, and you got real talented comedians out there. But I had an act that just booked the year up like that as right off the bat, went right in as a headliner, because there was no choice but to put it there. And why it booked was the ticket sales, and it's the hypnosis show. So I became a certified clinical hypnotist.
So you majored in
And
psychology.
I was actually an acting theater major with a minor in psychology. But then I became a member of the National Guild of Hypnotists, and I went into these sessions where we learned how to hypnotize people. And I screwed them up. I messed with them. You had to work with real people, right? And tell them that their watch is gone. Well, I would really steal their watch. And then I would touch their eyes and then put my fingers here and say, you're going to feel something touch you. And then I would touch with my other hand. And I was doing magic on these people, right? And then when we came out, all the guests are sharing the stories of what happened. And the certifiers are like, what? What happened? He did what? And, even with kids, we hypnotize kids. But honestly, people are crying. They're talking about their problems. I thought I would never be a doctor. I could never be a clinical hypnotist.
At the shows, people will get hypnotized and freak out.
It was it's animal. So yes, a comedian to me is not a hypnotist or vice versa. That a comedian is a comedian. And so here we are in there booked as the headliner because you got to do a lengthy show. You got to bring people up an hour and it's got to be in that spot. And it was a very popular act. So there was a change at the end of the 80s where there were less comedy clubs. So I got in for commercial reasons again. And I like to switch things up because I get bored, change the market some. The clubs are going down, and so I had an opportunity to stay on, and I think I heard that Jokers was one of the clubs we were working with, wanted now their people to go with them full-time or something. There were some changes going on, and I thought, you know what? There's some great comedians that I met while I was out there, and those guys, they deserve the comedy club. So I
left them alone.
So I left it. I got out of there. And,
Principled man. So what were the shows? So you would hypnotize people and steal their stuff?
So pickpocketing was actually a separate thing, but when I was referring to when we were practicing with real people and real problems, we would go into a room with them alone as part of your training to get certified as a clinical hypnotist.
Yeah.
To help you with problems. And I just couldn't resist. I'm like, oh my gosh. You tell them their watch is gone and now they don't see it. And you show them a coin and you tell them it's a different coin. And they believe it's a different coin.
How does it work?
In these tests. Well, this is all through mental program, right? You relax a person. Hypnosis works this way. You get someone in a very relaxed state of mind. They go to an alpha pattern, and now you can speak to the subconscious mind. You don't have to go to a clinical hypnotist to try some tricks at home. For example, if you're worried about remembering something tomorrow, a better word is recall because it's always in there, but you want to be able to recall. So you relax into this like you're falling asleep, right? Very relaxed. And then you look and you picture the shower curtain and tell yourself, when I see this shower curtain, this thought will pop in my mind, so you won't forget it.
Yeah.
And watch, the trick to this is, the fun thing about it is this. The next day, a year later, 20 years later, when you see the shower curtain, it will pop this trigger in this thought. And you go, wow. Then you begin to realize, oh, this stuff really works. It's not all just a show. I mean, a lot of it is a show, but that you can really do that. Or the subconscious mind is so amazing. Most of us have an internal clock in the subconscious mind. You tell yourself, I need to wake up at a certain time as you fall asleep. Watch if you don't wake up either at that time, sometimes on the minute, but usually just a little before, because you know you got to be up at that time.
Yeah.
Your brain will wake you up. So it's about relaxing and getting into the subconscious.
Got you. What was like some of the crazier things you did hypnotizing people?
In the shows? Well, making people rigid, laying them on 2 chairs and standing on their body. And it was not a magic trick. It looked like one, but they're so rigid. And then a friend of mine, Dr. Roy Bellows, who's a hypnotist, the next thing I heard, he's in court where somebody came back later and said that they had some back injuries. I'm like,
What? Stand on the back?
Threw that one out. Well, you stand on the front, you put their feet on one chair and their head here, and then you walk on their body.
What?
It's a classic. It's been around.
Would you do?
But people
men
got,
and women or just men?
well, that depends on your fetish. I mean, I don't know.
I might try that tonight. I might try to jump on a lady during my hours. Jump right on her belly. It's squish her.
Hypnosis. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. They become space aliens. They, raise
What?
fun acts in the shows.
Yeah. Were you ever tempted to use the hypnosis for like evil purposes? Not on women. I mean, guys, whatever. Just like tricking people, getting like a clone army going.
And you know what's really weird about that is people ask you too, have you ever used your lock picking skills?
Yeah, true.
Haven't you ever been tempted to break in? No. I mean, you could take a brick and throw it through the window tomorrow if you really want to break in. It doesn't change you at all. You still are who you are.
Yeah. Well, every locksmith knows how to kind of pick locks. I
Well,
feel
sure.
like, so.
But they're like, well, no, I don't want to break it anywhere. You don't need to pick locks to break in somewhere if you want to break in, but we don't want to break in anywhere. You really don't change it. And hopefully the people that do take advantage of their skills, like pickpocketing. I'll admit, as a kid, we used to go down the street and take people's wallets and practice and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to steal from anybody. I got to get their money back. But,
Yeah.
we wanted to practice on strangers, and we did. I'm like, I can't do this.
How do you pickpocket? What's the?
Well, you don't have a. If you ever watch on, do you have a buckle straw with a strap on it over there? I can't see what you. Nobody got. So like, give me your hand, and so somebody got a watch on here. You grab here, and you would literally pull back
Oh, you pop the
the
strap.
shank, and you squeeze it, and when you pull it away, they don't feel it. So you look for that style watch as a first choice.
Yeah.
And it was in my comedy club act. I'd bring the person up, and then I would wave it in front of their face. I'd say, okay, I'm going to hypnotize you. You're getting sleepy. And then we'll try a post-hypnotic suggestion. The watch is looking familiar to you. And they're like, oh, that's my watch. So it was an inherently funny comedy act. And then I would have them tie my hands behind my back. And it's an old routine. Harry Keller, I think, the magician, invented where you pull your hand out and back in over and over comedy. So I'm flashing the guy's wallet behind his back and show it and flashing this and flashing that. So take it and then return their keys or something at the end as a finale. We had an occasion in a comedy club once, which caused a real issue, is I added a new bit. So I walked into the audience and I grabbed the proper watch and started picking. Actually, let me go with you. Would you mind helping me? And took a different guy, but I had this guy's watch. So the finale, the new change in this act was at the end. After returning this guy's step, everybody laughs. I point to the guy in the audience, hey, don't laugh. I got yours too. And you get an extra round of applause, right? I forgot I'd taken it. It was a brand new act. It was in my pocket. And I left the place with this guy's nice watch. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it. So I actually had to call the manager of the comedy club, and he put out an announcement, and somehow he got a call from the right guy. The guy, I was at that show and my watch disappeared. And I like, yeah, you got your watch. What? And we gave him his watch back.
That's
so
nice.
Everybody thought it was funny and quite amusing. I don't think they knew if it was part of the act or not, though.
It is nice to know if you ever need to, you could be a master thief. Obviously, you wouldn't do that, but
It's very true. Absolutely true. There's nothing, and there really is nothing, no lock that can't be opened, or there's no item you can't escape from.
Handcuffs. I know you can escape. You said.
So,
you set the record for escaping from handcuffs?
Yes, sir. I wasn't going to mention it, but I have a world record. Well, that's boastful. So less than 2 seconds.
Came front page news as Steve broke a world record with the escape.
We're ready. I've got the stopwatch. Okay, go, Jim. Yeah, out. Whoa, yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me see these. All right. Very good. Look at the stopwatch, Steve. 1.47 seconds, and that is less than 2 seconds. Is a record. Congrats.
And I only sent you one picture of, I just want to share that. I when I was stepping away from escapes, getting older, just a few years back, I started doing something unusual for law enforcement groups. I actually got a phone call from a former chief of police, and he was in Oklahoma, and he calls me and he says, Steve, we've got a problem. People are getting out of the handcuffs. They're getting out of their jails, and they're escaping these things, and they're turning the stuff on the cops. They're leaving them for dead, or or killing them. One, we need your help. And they had a budget, so they would pay me to come in and teach them. I said, well, I'll teach you how to get out of things, not just to show you how easy it is to do this stuff. Once you know, is I will show you how to escape from padlocks, handcuffs, and things with items around you, and then I'll do it after a search, and then I'll do it without touching anything, which is a matter. Well, so we went with 2 things on the cop car, and I've got some photos I can send you. A piece of wire from the windshield wiper. Sometimes I put a person up by the windshield wiper, and you take this flat piece of metal, you can shim the cuffs open right through the notches. You're not really picking the locks.
Wait, so how do you get the piece of metal again? Where is it at?
Off of a windshield wiper. So you'll see some photos. I'll send you this later today of me holding a windshield wiper out in front of a police station, and then and actually with it in front of the cops, showing them how to use that, and then a piece of metal that I found in the back seat of a spring of a car, if you could dig in to get it. But and then another one was picking padlocks with the stem from reading glasses or glasses, which is actually 2 pieces. You get a shim, you get a, and then there's something completely different, which is going through the shank of a padlock. So anyway, I'm doing this stuff, and we go from local police to, I was connected, put up with an organization that was with the criminal justice system, and it was called the MacGyver 101, and it was a 3-day weekend. They had a guy that was a narcotics, Federal Bureau of Narcotics there, another guy in weapons. I was the only one that was a non-officer. So I don't know if you can actually Google on YouTube. Somebody put it on there once, the handcuff escape and a prison escape.
How did you escape from the prison?
There are several ways. So I gave him one of the methods that with certain cells you can use that people would take shampoo bottle, toilet paper, remember, it's things around you, and block the bolt hole. And when you slam some of those cells, it seems like it's shut. That's not I don't give away my best secrets, believe it or not. I really don't. So this is the one I gave them.
Yeah.
And I had cops say, we had that happen. We actually had a guy get out of the cell that way. This stuff's really going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not afraid to share it.
Yeah.
I think the best, but we were shut down, and I will tell you this too. So we're doing these federal things. And I know we got to go quick probably, but
You're good.
I actually,
we're good.
told them I had a second hobby, and it was sneaking into places, testing security at places. So I was trying to make this part of my business.
I always wanted to go to stores to show them how much I could steal from them, and then go, here's how I did it.
So if you really want to see this stuff, I'll send it to you. I was making this part of my business. We had some customers that I would show them how I could get through their security and get past the bomb squads. And some of these things were so easy.
You get onto a plane, you think? Through the TSA?
That's what I was leading up through.
No, really?
Big time story. This is the story. So I've got the photographs to show. I told them, in my observation, the TSA at the airport is the absolute weakest security in the world. And I can get, and I got an arsenal of stuff through it. And I will show you, I kid you not. Started with things like metal signs from, about this large, surfboard, and finally a big metal sword, which I've got a picture of my wife angry looking at me, and it's not a fake picture. She didn't know I did it, and I put it under my jacket. And so what was going on? There's I'm going to share this right now because I'm not supposed to share this. This is what ended my career with the law enforcement. I love this story, and I'm sharing it publicly for the first time. And it could get me in some serious trouble. I kid you not.
Yeah.
So here's what was going on. I said, I said, okay, first is I called it the magic trick. We'd go to the airport. I've got all this on video pictures. And you've got all these TSA standing around, right? An abundance of them watching. I want to get that number down. When I say the magic words abracadabra, a big group of them, they all leave, leaving a skeleton crew for me to work with. And it works every time. Abracadabra. And how? This is what they were asking me at they said, how do you do it? Is it hypnosis? No. So I would hide a bottle of water in a backpack or drop it in somebody's purse while in line.
Yeah.
In one of my demonstrations, I used my nephew, because he was in on it, but you can stick it in anybody. They get flagged. These extra bodies are here just for that reason. You got a bottle of water, they're going to take you off. And they're going to, so you can get these people out of there, right? Now they're over there, no harm, no foul. The lady or person gets to leave. It's just a bottle of water, right? But you get rid of them. Now, the next step was this. There's this tray, this table where you roll all your stuff around and you put your stuff in, right? And underneath, there's nothing there. It runs right up to I guess what's designed to be a portable X-ray machine. It's got wheels on it. There's a gap underneath this thing, right? So this is blocking the view. You got the people on the computer looking straight down. You got this guy over here telling you got to take your shoes off. You got the guy over here making sure nobody needs help. And you got people crawling all over the floor, putting shoes on the other side. So I would drop the item on the floor and kick it underneath the machine, right? And I'm snapping photos, which is illegal, I found out. I snap, and I've got a ton of these from like 20 airports. Kick it. And we were showing them on the screen, showing how I got this, that, and trying to get something done. So the MacGyver 101 team, the people I work for, they wrote a letter to the White House. I guess the criminal justice system did. And we got a nice letter. And I got a big certificate. Wonderful, all your stuff you've done. This is going to cause some changes. We want to fly you to Washington a certain month for this round table thing they do once a year.
What?
And my stuff would go right to the government. Suddenly, my sister, who lives in Hawaii at the time, gets a call. I don't know why the guy couldn't find me. And because I didn't answer my phone, and says, we need to find your brother right this minute. Where's your brother? She said, what's going on? He said, well, they're coming to arrest him and go to jail. She's like, what? She said, if you know how to get a hold of him, you must find him right now. So I'm saying, what's the matter with you guys talking about? You told me to call this number if I ever got arrested going through the airport. And you would tell, they said, well, that's the thing. We normally they work with this. We tell them you're testing it. Or we would talk to the judge and you're working for us, you're helping.
Yeah.
And he said, no, he said, the TSA are pissed. He said, these guys, they say they're going to make an example out of you.
What?
That you're guilty of several felonies. Not only did you not work you're not a lot in law enforcement.
Yeah.
That you took pictures, you manipulated officers and bragged about it out of the area and endangered lives by showing people how to do this.
Who'd you show though?
I put it all over social media.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone. And I told him I was going to do it. I said, let me tell you something. I'm not going to be part of a cover-up.
Yeah.
I said, if we show the public what's going on, they'll change it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I am not so egotistical to believe that I am the only one on earth who's going to see that and could do it.
That's pretty smart though to kick it under.
They made some major
kick my vape
changes.
pens.
So if you look at my photographs of airports, or you have a good memory, go to the airports now. And they're all a little different. You can tell they're experimenting. They've changed some things. They've got a wall they're putting now
Under the thing.
that runs further back, so you can't control something right up to the to kick it under. They've got a machine now to bring the carts back around that they've made. They're finding ways to complicate this thing, and I'm very thankful that happened.
Why did they arrest you? How'd you get out of that?
So they were looking for me, and my guy, he says, I need you to hide. I'm like, what? He goes, I'm dead serious. He said, because if you get arrested, we may not know where you are.
Yeah, it's like federal stuff too.
Yeah, he said, it's a TSA. He said, these guys are not joking here. He said, they are mad.
They're
They're
never joking. They're always fucking grumpy as
he
hell.
said, we're going to fight with them. So he came back. He said, it's been resolved. There's 3 conditions. One is we can no longer hire you. You lost the gig. No more teaching the officers. We got to end this. No more airports. No nothing. Number 2, you got to delete all your social media posts, which I did not do. I still see some pop up in memories, but somebody deleted some of them. And they said, number 3, they want to meet you in person. I'm like, why do they want to meet me in person? He goes, I don't know. They just want to see. No. I said, I'm going to do everything but that.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like a trap.
Yeah, really.
Turn yourself. I'm not you idiot. But anyway, so no, I never. They said, and that part of the condition. Not only can you not tell anybody what you did, you can't tell them why you can't do it anymore. This thing just has to go away right now. Yeah, just disappear. So that's why this is the first time I've shared it, and I'm a little upset.
That's kind of annoying, man. How big was the sword you got through?
How big? What?
How big was the sword that you got through?
Oh
TSA?
my gosh! I should have sent you that picture. It was from the floor to here.
What'd you do with it once you got through the security?
Well, I carried it around, but it looked like this. I took it out the
Did you
plane.
get weird looks with the sword?
Well, the photo that I'll send you, we're at the gate where my sister is flying one place, right, from one plane, and my wife's there. My wife said, you can never do this stuff when you're with me, which I didn't typically. On this, and so I had 2 versions, right? Some of this stuff I just carried on me and tossed it down, but I usually used a jacket, okay? And I would use the jacket to kind of drop it to get whatever it was underneath.
I got you.
And then when I'm down tying my shoes, I would retain. Sometimes something got stuck under there. It wasn't the sword, but I would just crawl over there and get it because everybody's on the floor putting on shoes. This is the weakest thing I've ever seen in my life, you know. And one of the officers even saw me once, and I said, I dropped my wallet. And it was just, you know, underneath. I got it. But the sword. So we're done through. We got it through to the gates, and that's from there on. It's really no big deal. But I'm saying goodbye to my sister, and I'm holding the sword and the photograph behind my back, and you see my wife going, and I had somebody take the picture, right, of us leaving, saying goodbye. You know, we're hugging, and she's just going, like, so she's still mad.
She knows you got that thing on you.
She's very upset about that. So that's a real photo. I will show you. I wanted to put it back on social media even after. It was so funny. That's when some of this was going down. And you know, my God, he said,
how long ago was this?
7 years
I think
before I moved here.
I don't know why in my head I feel like if a crime happened 7 years ago, you're good. So
and that was one of the reasons I left where I'm from, Oklahoma, was that to move to California. That was a reason. The fact is, I had studied acting in college and always wanted to be an actor.
I thought you were a great actor. You did great.
Thank you. I think I love doing it. It's really something I've worked on it since a kid, and I want to do it as a career. And it was one of those things where I was going to come out here right after college, but I couldn't. I got trapped in my career. Once you start booking annual stuff, now they're going to book ahead. You're booked that month this year, so they book you the next year. And next thing you know, 30, 40 years has gone by, and you're just... And so it really took COVID as well to shut everything down. And I said, I'm never looking back, you know, to go into acting full time.
Did you get any like long-term injuries from doing like stunts and stuff?
Covered with them.
Are you really?
Absolutely. Yeah, covered with them. I did an air show stunt, did an escape, and I had a bad landing.
How high up?
More than 10,000 feet. But it's not, it was an escape from a box, which was a thing where the audience thinks that they're going to. I was actually booked by a man named Etzel Ford. He has an air show team, and he came to me. He said, I know you do stunts. He said, can you do something for air shows? He said, we need a new act or something to go with us. And he said, in air shows, in most shows, you want people to think you're going to die in a stunt show, but in an air show, you want them to know you're going to die. And I said, I had the idea. What if the audience thinks they're going to die? He said, even better. So in this effect, I drop from the plane in the box, and the audience is told it's falling out of control. So they take it up in the plane, and the audience can see the chute open, and they go, Steve was open to shoot. He's carrying the box back over the drop zone. So now I'm holding this box, it looks like, till I get over in the area.
Wait, so are you
release it?
You're in the air?
I'm with a chute.
Oh, you're holding this box.
I'm holding the
over.
box, which is what it looks like, and then I release it and pull these toggles and land. Well, the truth is you can't hold a box when a chute opens in the air. So I'm wearing this harness we had made down in DeLand, Florida by a company, real nice. They make tailor-made stuff for stunts and air shows and things. And a strap attached me to the box. So I have this strap, and as I get lower, I release the box and would open my chute. So the problem is, anytime you get two lines, FAA approved stunt is safe. I was angry at them. I said, you guys weren't honest with me. Anytime you put two lines in the air, you run a risk of danger. You get a line entanglement, which is exactly what happened. The chute came out, wrapped around the strap to the box. So I've got a chute there. Not the end of the world. You got two chutes. Cut away your left one, pull in your right one, right? So now I've got this chute open with the strap in the box, which is what it's supposed to look like, but there's an additional piece there that shouldn't be there, the first chute.
Right.
So it's causing you to go like this. As I go down, you can't look down when you're lowering. Skydiving is a weird thing. You can't tell how low you are by looking down. You have to look at the horizon. So about 50 feet from the ground, looking out that way, you can tell where that is. You slow your descent normally, right? So in my act, is I cut away and then slow my descent, right? So the horizon is just doing this. I couldn't tell, and I couldn't cut it away because I didn't know who I'm going to kill, right? This whole thing could land anywhere. So I'm trying to focus to see where I am, and that's the last thing I remember. I had a concussion. I've got the short socks, you know, the nerd socks. You can see the scar right there on my...
Why are short socks nerd socks?
I saw you in one of your acts. Some of the audience brought that up, and you showed them your socks. And you
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? It's on YouTube right now.
Socks.
It's on right now. You're having to yell things out of the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the guys said something about this short socks.
Oh, it was they were saying black ankle socks. They were saying
ankles.
actually
So
right
you can see the scar right there, right?
Damn.
Yeah, I got one on both sides. But I
you
broke my hip. I broke that ankle too, but this one got crushed and most of the internal parts came out. It took forever to heal from that one. Broke the jaw. I've got scars on my arm still from it. And so this was a long time ago. So it took forever to get well, but I had a chute opener, I'd be dead. You know, it was just what you'd say a hard landing. You know? And I tell you, you know, it amazes me. People in the old Army, those guys never did have opportunities. You know, they always came down hard. I don't know how they did it. That's crazy. Like, commendable that they would ever put up with that. But yeah. So yeah, I had spikes through my body one time. There was a guy who'd hired me before. It was a thing where I used to get chained in a chair, and we'd had a martial artist with a screen with spikes, and he would come running down. I'm gagged, and he would kick through this thing after a 10-second countdown, and I would roll under him basically and come out. And so this guy hires me, and he says, "Can you do this act? I'm going to have people bring stuff to the show." I'm like, I'm exhausted. And he's got a pole in the stage, like a flagpole. He goes, "We're going to wrap you around this pole instead." I'm like, "Okay." And I said, we'll do a pair of handcuffs. Give me 10 seconds to get out. You know, and then he has people bring stuff to the show and brings it up on the stage. I'm like, what in the world is he doing? He's an EMC. He had hired me 10 years before.
Was it EMC?
What's that?
You said EMC?
He was the MC of the show.
MC of the show. I got you.
And the promoter. He had hired several acts. So he brought me back for this finale, and people were chaining me up. And I'm like, okay. I said, I need a full minute to escape from this. He gags my mouth, and they get the screen ready, and he says, "How many of y'all think Steve can get out of this in the 10 seconds he originally promised?" I'm like,
Whoa.
Punchline's got to be coming, right? Got to be a punchline. And everybody applauds, and he says, "Put it in place." And he stands up, and he says, 10. Now I'm like, are you kidding me? What? And I'm like, I didn't have a chance, right? So I just turned my back to the spikes and this thing, and I've still got here.
What the fuck, man?
Crush. And the sad thing, and I wish my brain had been in the right place to not move an inch, that the audience broke out into applause because they thought I disappeared. And instead, I start moaning and moving, and I'm stabbed, you know. But I wish I had not done that now. I didn't realize.
Well, if you didn't move, you would have been fine.
They thought I was gone. The curtain would have shut, you know, into the show, and everybody thought I disappeared. And then this thing starts moving. They're like, uh-oh. You know, so anyway, I'm like, dude, why did you do that? He goes, I thought you were kidding. And he said, man, I've seen you a million times. He goes, I thought you could just, and you're out. I've seen you do it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to have to confirm that.
Thanks a lot.
How big are the spikes?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
One of them, went right back to my spinal cord, you know.
Oh, dude.
I'd been paralyzed.
What?
Do we have time to do another magic trick, or we don't?
I think we have time. Well, the one thing I wanted to ask you about, we have a half an hour. We're good. This episode of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is brought to you by Dude Wipes. Riff prompts. When you wipe, are you sitting or standing? I started out sitting today, and then I actually, I'm not lying. I got saved by Dude Wipes today. I was in the bathroom taking a dump at Shane's house, and I had, you know what, like clings to the side of your butt, kind of. I had a large deposit cling to my butt, and it like literally, you know, did you ever get it on your hand at all when you wipe? I don't want to gross you guys out. Has like accidentally, have you ever got it on your hand? I did it. It literally happened to me today. Like I got it just a tiny bit on my hand. I was like, "Fuck."
Well, that's the joy of the Dude Wipe, an XL wipe for an XL man.
No, it came in handy. I would have had it gone home. It was such a disaster that thank God I did that. Guys, whichever way you wipe, it's time to show your beehole some respect and upgrade to Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes tackle the mess without any fuss, and the flushable design makes cleanup a breeze. They leave no room for dingleberries or stray butt crumbs that TP might miss. Plus, they're extra large and designed for adults. So no more endless rolls or settling for less than perfect wipes. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. Available on Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. The one thing I wanted to ask you about, we'll definitely do some more magic. You used to be able to hold your breath for 4 minutes.
Yep.
And now you said you can't hold your breath that long anymore?
No. And nor do I know what happened. I've had, a lot of things started to change. I used to be in, very good physical shape. You might remember seeing some of the older photos.
Ripped. I saw the picture.
For an audience, and I was starting to develop some intestinal issues, the Crohn's disease, which I kind of hid and continued. Some things were going on. But, I started as a kid, holding my breath, and I was on the swim team. And they always hated it. I was horrible swimming on top of the water, so I would always dive in and go all the way to the other side. And as we come back, emerge, and, to finish it up. So I get in, and they're like,
Which stroke were you doing? What stroke were you doing?
Oh, that was just the regular bicycle,
Oh, dude.
But they but
you would
yeah.
just be submerged the whole time?
Oh, the first run, all the way to the end. And when I come back, I'd come up to give them a little bit of fairness. But I was fast under that water. There was no rule of how
such
long
a
you
beast
stayed
move.
under, right? So if there's no really rule in the books, how long you stay. But I practiced all the time. And so, I was comfortable sitting on the bottom of a pool, shimming locks, picking locks, manipulating them open that people would bring. And honestly, you get 8 or 10 locks. You don't have to open all of them. People didn't realize that necessarily. But, you open the key locks, but I was comfortable. And then I would spread this, pace it out. I wanted to give the audience a good show. Somebody asked me when I was coming out of one of my water effects, which I could do the lake and the box and things, all these. You mean you come out, you're exhausted, you're coughing up water. Are you really suffering, or is it all an act? No, I'm really suffering, but it's all self-inflicted. I would stay down
You
there.
would stay as long as you can.
stay underwater as long as you can until you absolutely can't stay under the minute and come up. You're going to be really breathing
Did you ever
hard.
pass out underwater?
Actually, I did one time.
I did once too. It was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
How'd you get? Did you get pulled out?
I don't know what happened. We were at Ponkin Theater in Ponk City, Oklahoma, which was supposed to be a haunted theater. And we had some weird stuff happen with the water tank, an older water tank. When they were trying to pull me up a double pulley system where I go up easy, started fighting them. They're pulling this thing. They're, we don't know what's going on, right? And we got this on video. They kind of get me up, and it's this big A-frame. I'm hanging upside down. There's a roller thing. I mean, you got your feet in these stalks, right? And then you got this thing that runs up to the top of this. Where they pulled you up and they roll you across. They're having so much trouble. And I think, man, this thing's gonna break. Something's wrong here. So the minute we got up there, I said, "Get me over the tank quick," because they're holding your hands. And I mean, the second I was there, it broke. The weird thing on that night, the break had nothing to do with the pulley system. It was a piece of steel that they would use for mountain climbing, right? That held the stalks in one spot. That thing just broke. It shouldn't have broken. And another place had nothing to do with the tension. So there was 2 issues, really 3, because the water was boiling after we put a little bucket heater in hours before because it was ice cold water. Should have taken a day to heat it, but the water was like boiling hot when I almost went in it, and I'm glad I tested it. So this was like a haunted theater, and everybody's telling me all this haunted stuff's going on. I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. And then all of a sudden, everything starts going downhill for my act. So when I hit this thing, I didn't get any air. Because I wasn't prepared, right?
Yeah.
So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one, hold it, go in, and I'm good for a while, right? In this case, I was probably on the exhale, and I went down. So when the stalks came down, they couldn't get the lid on because it fell so fast. You got to hit it just right.
Yeah.
And the guys are fighting with it. And I've got a guy sitting right over here who's a spotter who does nothing but watch me. And if he sees me make a signal something's wrong, cut it.
Yeah.
I'm like, cut it. I'm looking, where is he? He's not there. First rule in Daredevil stunts is don't change anything. Don't improvise nothing. This guy left his post to run help these guys get the lid on, right? So I'm trying to get my part to get out of this thing, and I blacked out. The next thing I know, I'm in the floor. So I had fallen, but I don't know what happened. I literally don't remember.
Jesus Christ.
Very peculiar experience for sure.
That's
very,
crazy.
very terrifying for sure.
Yeah, I was just swimming with my friends and we were like drinking, and I think I was using my kids' goggles, so they were super tight and they were just like cutting off like blood in my brain. And I tried to go back and forth in the pool, and I was coming back, and I remember coming out of the water just lungs full of breath. I somehow just propelled myself out, like kind of blacked out, and then I fell forward again, just hit my chin on the edge of the pool.
Water is so dangerous, and even for an escape artist, and I don't like to tell all my secrets, but I do everything I can, I could do to make these things safe. Like chained up, thrown in a pool, is that I would have a signal, to something's wrong, and we would tell the audience, well, they'll have to jump in, pull these heavy weights all the way to the shallow end to get me out. Well, the fact is, we had a rope with a hook on it, but then I'm like suffering later, and I'm asking my guys, because could you see me? And I really couldn't see that well. The water was too chlorinated. I just couldn't see it. Or we're in a lake. I almost died in a lake. I showed you a picture of this, I think, yesterday, coming out of the lake, that was totally unexpected. wooden box was in a lake, and I did what I had to do to open it, but the wood had sealed. And I mean, it was a tough sucker to get out of there. Once I got out, I'm exhausted and I'm trying to work my way up. Lo and behold, we've got quicksand or something underneath the water. When I get to shallow enough to walk, it takes me down, and I'm like pulling. It's hard to get my head on wet shoes. I mean, they're gone.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm fighting to get my feet out of this, and my guys are coming out. So the photo I've got on my phone, if you see, but they're coming out to try to help me, and then they're sinking.
Oh, fuck.
I've got 5 guys, 10 guys are rescue guys, and they can't even get to me, and I'm just like, and I'm so tired. So water.
Yeah, water's dangerous.
It didn't scare me, but water didn't scare me like some things like heights scare me.
Yeah.
But it's very dangerous. Yeah.
It is peaceful though underwater. I have
very
little
peaceful.
kids, and we'll go in the pool, and every now and again I'll just disappear from my whole family underwater for a good minute. And it's just the
Absolutely.
best. Just the fucking best. Just to go underwater. I can't hear anything for.
Yeah.
a
And
good
that was
40
my
seconds.
life. So, circling back to a question you asked, I would sit there underwater and comfortably do my thing and enjoyed the peace and quiet until it was time to come up. But then one day it changed. I just lost that ability.
It's crazy.
So I went to a doctor and I said, we got a serious problem. I got bookings. I said, listen, I can hold my breath a lot longer than this. I can't hold my breath. I don't know why, as much as I practice. And so they even did a heart test, massaged my heart. They said, this sounds like it's a heart thing. And no, your heart's fine. And they finally said, listen, whatever weirdness it was that you were gifted with to hold your breath for 4 minutes is just gone.
Whoa.
Your body's changing.
Just time for acting.
It's time to go to become an actor. Like, I got to survive the last. So the thing that changed was I went from a comfortable performance, because it's a show, even if there's danger, even if it's tough, it's still a show, a comfortable performance to put on a good show of fighting against death, struggling, to a real fight against death where I'm going as fast as I can and suffering every minute.
Did you still keep doing them even after?
No, I didn't book any more after that. I had to, but I finished my contract. I had bookings. I had a religion about it that once the deal is made, you don't pull out. If once you sign, you're going to be there. And I don't recommend this for everybody, but it's the truth. I did a show with a broken leg once. Not that break, another one for a roller coaster. I had to go do a second show.
So how'd you break your leg on a roller coaster?
Well, that was a thing where I'm strapped to the roller coaster. I think I showed you those pictures. The straight jacket, we put a screen up, and the roller coasters come in. I have to dive out before it comes through. And I did this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Way back. Spring Lake Amusement Park in Oklahoma City was the first one I did, and that was in college, way back. Some other guys have done it since then, but it was my original act. And there was a way I knew that the roller coaster was so close, right? So you don't want to jump out too early or it looks boring. So you got to wait till it gets there and then jump.
It caught your leg?
What?
The roller coaster caught your leg, you're saying?
No. I thought it was closer than it was. So it's like with flying that, you don't trust your eyes. You got to trust the instrument. So I had a way of knowing where it was that I didn't trust it. It sounded like it was there. I'm like, I don't have time to jump up and land on this platform. So I just went straight down under the tracks and dropped 15 feet.
Oh, Jesus,
broke
man.
the ankles again. My poor body. You talk about, I had a total hip replacement last November. It got so bad I couldn't walk that year, the pain. And I'm like, no, I'm too young for a hip replacement, doctor. But that's the best surgery you can get, boy. I tell you what, I'm
Really?
I can't tell. I've ever had a problem. I'm not as limber as I was, but I will say that, because you're not allowed to stretch after 6 months or something. But we live with it, and I think it was all worth it.
Nice. And the one thing I wanted to ask you about was I found this kind of fascinating. You were on, what was the TV show you were on, the cooking show, America's Worst Chef or something?
That was very recent.
Yeah.
Last year, or was it the year before? I lose track of time. I'm doing my acting thing, and there's a strike going on, and I was on a series, an Eli Roth Scary series, which was still on Max, playing an exorcist, and we were going to have additional shows, and we got shut down for the strike. And I'm like, oh man, this sucks. And so I asked the union, well, what can we do? They said, well, you can do reality shows. So I am the world's worst cook. I'm really horrible. When I was single, I would throw everything in a bowl, turn on the stove high as it would go, the rest, stir it up. Didn't care what it tastes like. Throw on all the things that you need to eat in your four groups and eat them.
Yeah.
And but I was on the road eating out
Yeah.
my whole life. And then I marry a girl that was a great cook, and she doesn't allow me in the kitchen at all. Period. I made a mess when she leaves to see grandkids or something.
Yeah.
I've rent the microwave. I've done it. But anyhow, so I auditioned and got on World's Worst Cooks. I think it's pronounced that way.
Yeah.
It is Worst Cooks in America.
World's Worst Cooks.
Season 27. And
It's great. Yeah, 27
beautiful
seasons,
lady,
man. That's crazy.
Chef Ann Burrell, I think I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
She died here just 2 weeks ago.
Isn't that that's nuts, man.
And it's just so sad. She was a great lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of fun on the show. Of course, she's yelling at you, and
Yeah.
we're hamming it up. The bad cooking was all real. People think I made that stuff up. We hammed up the performance a little,
For
but
sure.
it was all real. But yeah, we're really shocked, and I had a great time though, and some great memories. And sadly, she was going to take a break from the show, but she told me she wanted me to come back, and so did the producers. They occasionally do reunion shows.
Sure, yeah.
The worst of the worst. And he was going to have me back because we had such a good time. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go back. I thought, is this really the image I want with my acting?
Yeah.
But now that we lost her, I'm like, you know what? If I'd known, I would have definitely gone back quicker.
Yeah.
Very nice lady.
Yeah, it's a shame she died. I didn't realize that show had so many seasons. That's crazy.
Nor did I. I've heard it once or twice before that. I didn't really watch it.
Yeah, because like Triple D's got to be at what, like 30 seasons? Like Diners Drive-Ins has to be at least like 30 something seasons.
Yeah, it's got to be. I haven't seen that in years. Is it still on?
I think so. I think it's actually like shot in like fucking 8K now. I think they really stepped up the production on D3.
Interesting.
But yeah, let's set some tricks, man. Let's close this thing out strong.
All right. You're on.
Here he is.
Sorry to make you wait so long.
Oh, that's okay. Happy to help.
What made me think of this when you're talking about the spikes and cutting and a little bit of rope magic today? Okay, but you're going to be my assistant.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of, I don't know if you can get this. We just stabbed my neighbor over here. Maybe you've heard of the famous trick where the rope floats up into the air. Someone climbs the rope. That'll be you.
Okay.
Disappears, and then the rope falls. Have you heard of this?
No.
The East Indian rope trick, very famous. Well, that's okay because I don't know that one, but that would have been a good trick. All right, now I really do know some weird things with rope, though. For example, have you ever wondered what happens when you take the ends off the rope? You can actually get a looper of rope when you do that. But to do the trick I want to do today, I'm going to need two ropes. They have to be exactly the same. Now, this is where you come into the trick. So, would you hand me the center of the rope? Just got to give me the middle.
Right here.
All right. Mr. Microphone, would you agree? If we cut it here, that would give us two the same length. All right. That's the spot selected. Very careful. Take the scissors. Don't cut the fingers. Just cut the rope. Grab the scissors.
I'm going to give you a nice injury.
Right there. Don't cut the mic cord either. Right? All right. But we're a little off on the length. That's okay. I'm going to have you even these out. Let me line them up straight and ask you to cut this off right here. That should do it right there.
Where you want?
Right there. I think that should make them exactly the same length. All right. Now we have two ropes. Okay, we need two ropes exactly the same length. Would you mind cutting that right there? Just give it a good cut. There we go.
Right there?
That's a way to do it. Now we have two ropes exactly the... Have you ever had something called deja vu?
Yeah.
Have you ever had something called deja vu? Yeah. Have you ever had... Yeah, you knew that. You heard that one coming, I bet. Here we go. Just say abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
All right, we're just going to start all over. Here we go. Now, to do the trick I really want to do today, we're going to need two ropes that have to be the same length. That's where you come into the trick. Grab the middle of the rope and just lift it up, hand it to me. Now, would you agree if we cut the rope here, we'd have two the same length? Like pretty fair. Would you grab the scissors again, cut it just like you did before? Here we go. And darn, we're a little off on the length. Would you mind cutting it? You know what? Rather than go through all of that again, I think if we just do the trick, we can actually correct the length. So let me give you a good view. You look like a good knot, right? Hold on to the end of the rope real tight. Don't let go. Watch the knot. You can let go now. A lot of people think it's a trick knot. That is why I always like to untie it. Come here. So everybody can see that it is indeed a real knot.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Matt, would you like to put two ropes back together yourself?
Yeah.
I know you can do it. Big fan of yours. You know, I got a carpet named after you outside my door at home too. All right, I'll get the signature for you. Always been a big fan, by the way. Thank you for having me. All right,
sure,
we're going
man.
to tie the ends of that one. We'll give it a cut. And I want you to pick a rope. Do you want to use the one I just tied and cut or the rope I'm going to cut right now?
I'll
This
take the
or
one
that
you're going to cut right now.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Let me get that. I always give you a chance to change your mind. Would you like to change your mind or keep the mind that you have?
Okay, I'll keep the one that
You're going to keep his mind. All right, here we go. So we're going to tie these together for you, just like that. All right. Hold it on the end. All right. So you won't be able to do the magic wave because you got a mic. So
Okay.
instead say the magic words.
Abracadabra.
Alakazam.
Alakazam.
Say, oh, what a great magician I am.
What a great magician.
Now, you don't have a hand, so take it in your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the knot off like a real escape artist. Ah, you did it.
There you go.
Yay.
There we go.
Good job, man.
Oh, it's done.
You can keep that as a souvenir.
I will.
It might be worth pennies someday, right?
Yeah, how'd you even do that? That's crazy.
You did it. You did it.
True. Magic's in me.
We can do another trick if you want. I'll show you how one is done.
No, I
You
would
got
never.
time?
I would never reveal.
Do you
the
want me to,
secret.
do you want me to show you how a trick is done today?
If you want,
You
I
can
thought
stand
magicians
up
get killed
over
for
here.
that.
This is a special show. It's the secret.
True.
Podcast.
Yeah, show me the secret.
You
Show
gotta
me the
see
secret
All
trick.
right. Can we take us a little break and we'll
Yeah,
do
take a
over
break,
here?
take a break.
All
We'll
right,
end it up.
we'll be right back with the secret for the secret broadcast show. Okay. All right.
Oh, we're cutting back in. Let me know. All right, we're back. The interview portion. I think the interview portion is concluded, but now we're doing tricks.
All right. No,
It's a good interview. That was a great interview.
I had fun.
Thank you.
I had fun. I will talk in the microphone, but we're going to give it off in a minute. But first, a little more magic we promised. We're going to be doing some miracles right now, many as they were done thousands of years ago. Maybe you heard of this one. It's called walking on water. Thank you. No, I was about to tell you, you just got promoted. We do hold both of these things now. Okay, thank you so much for that.
Oh, he's lovely assistant and Mr. Microphone.
Beautiful. Okay. This is definitely one of the things we're not going to have a relationship with our assistant, by the way. In case
I don't know, man. If you put me around all those carnies, it could get kind of weird out there.
All right. So what are we going to do? Well, this is a secret podcast. So I'm going to reveal a secret today.
Oh, here we go.
Show you a magic trick. Show you how it's done. For this trick, you need a handkerchief, a scarf, and a left hand. You put the handkerchief or scarf all the way in the hand like this.
Okay.
You make something called a magic pass. We know what a pass is, right? Mm-hmm. I'll go up to Mr. Microphone and go, hi. Not doing that kind of pass. We've already established that. A magic pass. You do this. Now we have an egg, and the scarf or handkerchief has jumped into my pocket.
Yo.
As promised. All right. You ready to see the secret?
Let's see the secret.
Actually, I bought it by mistake. If you ladies need some out there, this is the secret. You put that. All right. Different secret. All right. Yes, the secret to the magic trick, and this is a trick egg. It's a plastic egg laid by a very sick bird, and there's a hole in the back of the egg. Kind of a letdown when you see how these work. And you need two handkerchiefs to do the trick. All right, here's what you do. You hide the egg in your hand, hold both hands the same, you come out in a natural way. So natural, whatever looks natural.
For sure.
Take the handkerchief, wave it around like this. Actually, that depends on the company that you're. You don't want to drop it either.
True.
Anyway, sorry. You're getting paid, right? That's all that matters. Okay, here we go.
He's actually really wealthy.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could renegotiate this relationship after all. You didn't tell me that. Okay. So,
He's in the top 3%, I would say, in the country.
wow. 3% of what?
Earners.
Earners, really? Amazing.
Dicks,
Congratulations.
apparently, he has a huge dick. I don't want to make it weird, but
This
he has
job
a huge
pays
dick.
a lot. Huh?
He's got a huge
Wow.
dick, too.
Oh, yes.
Money, big dick.
You got, I guess you're getting a lot of fans right now. Gosh, I didn't plug my Instagram. You guys follow me on Instagram.
Plug it.
Entertainer Steve Crawford. Entertainer. You type entertainer, I'll pop up.
There you
Why
go.
did I do that? Because I'm from Facebook country and I'm trying to get some new friends out here. So
Got you.
Nice to meet you guys. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, you hide the egg in your hand. You hold both hands the same. Come out in a natural way. Take the handkerchief and you start placing it in your hand. But we know it's going where?
In the egg.
In the egg. It actually goes all the way into the egg. There we go. You make the pass, you show them the egg, and you tell everyone that the scarf or handkerchief has jumped into your pocket. Now, there's a couple of quick rules I
But
got
why
to
do you
make.
show him the egg? Can't show the egg.
Well, you show him that it has turned into an egg. But there's a few tips. He's got a point. First of all, don't show anybody the back side of the egg, right?
True,
That's
true,
important.
The Wild Wild West.
And make sure the handkerchief in your pocket's the same color as that one that's in the egg. 'Cause
right.
If this doesn't match that, you're not going to fool them. But what do you do if they see the back of the egg? I mean, where you guys are standing, you can see the red. Well, you don't tell them it's a handkerchief. You can tell them you cut your finger, you're painting it, chicken banged his head trying to get out. I may even be a magician, but as you probably got to feel for, I'm an honest guy. I try to be honest. So here's what I like to do. Make a real magic pass. Peel the hole off the egg like that. Crack the egg so everybody can see.
Hold on a second, brother. Yo, you tricked
That
us.
is a real egg.
You tricked us.
Fun. Oh,
Sorry.
gravity's
I got
strong
you,
over
I
here.
got you,
Sorry.
I got you.
And that's what I like to do. And that's a magic secret.
You tricked us, bro. You didn't give us the secrets. That's awesome. That's a good secret. That's
I'm a magician. What do you mean? I lie a lot, right? But it's a trick. All right.
that was pretty cool.
Thank you very much.
Hell
for
yeah.
having me.
Thank you, Steve.
Been fun.
Appreciate
Thank
you. Bye.
Goodbye.
That was great.